Hello and welcome back to the We Are City channel. Now, first things first, Manchester City are Premier League champions. Since the last game we covered on these live streams, it was Chelsea, wasn't it? City with a 2-1 defeat. And they were shocking in that game, really shocking. You thought maybe there's going to be a bit of a wobble from City. Well, it doesn't matter about a wobble from City because Manchester United have wobbled themselves against Leicester City. They lost 2-1. They lost again last night, didn't they, to Liverpool 4-2. So Manchester City are Premier League champions. And they play Newcastle today on a Friday night, which is a bit of an odd one. You don't usually have Friday night football. And no football games this weekend for City either. It's a Tuesday night next week against Brighton. Not quite understanding the fixture list, but that's the way it's going. Emil Smith-Rowe says, congrats on being champions. Thank you very much. Good to have you. Loe's here as well. How's everyone doing? Doing great, Loe. He's saying a very interesting starting lineup today. Definitely. Rowe says Pep Roulette in full swing tonight. Well, yeah, that's it. It really is, isn't it? Because the starting lineup is on the left-hand side of your screen there. And if you haven't seen the starting lineup before this, and you're reading it just now, you're going to be absolutely shocked with the starting lineup. City have already won the league, and I think it's probably the right thing from Pep. I feel like he could have gone a bit more crazy, really. I think, you know, the likes of Tommy Doyle, Cole Palmer, Liam Delap maybe should have been in the starting 11 today. Palmer's on the bench, Delap, Doyle, they're not even on the bench. It's only Cole Palmer that's even in the squad today. So this is the City side that Pep Guardiola's gone with. And it's a Premier League debut for Manchester City. And his first ever appearance in the Premier League since 2011. So 10 years since this man made an appearance in the Premier League. It's Scott Carson, number 1 today, the number 33. Pep's mentioned a few times how influential Carson has been in the dressing room at City. He said a few times how he hopes that he can keep Carson on a permanent deal when his loan ends from Derby County. And it's looking like that's the case, isn't it? Because Scott Carson is getting his chance today. He starts in the goal for City. The back four is Kyle Walker, Eric Garcia, that some might not be happy with, Nathan Ake and Joao Cancelo at left back. The midfield is, you know, the usual conventional Manchester City midfield of Roderick, Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. And then the front three doesn't get you too excited, does it? Doesn't get you too excited at all. That front three is Raheem Sterling on the left, Ferran Torres on the right, and then Gabriel Jesus through the middle with Sterling and Jesus. Are we expecting goals today? I'm not quite sure. But it's a good one from City. I'm excited for this game to see something differently. No Kevin De Bruyne, apparently he's still injured. No Sergio Aguero either. He is not fit either. So, I mean, the decision from City to not give Sergio a new contract starts to look more and more like a good decision, doesn't it? Every time. AdWhatDex says, can you give me a shout out? Love your channel. Well, thank you very much. And it's my birthday. Well, happy birthday to you. Congratulations on your birthday. Hopefully, Manchester City give you a win on your birthday. We'll see how it goes. Emil Smith-Rowe says, only good Spanish managers beat Tuchel in the Premier League. I assume he means Mikel Arteta. Well, Mikel's not having the best of times. I think I'd rather lose to Chelsea and be top of the league than wherever Arsenal are. Is it 10th now? Are they a bit higher up than that? I've seen that David Luiz has announced he's leaving, hasn't he? Which is probably brilliant for the Arsenal fans. Let's have a look at the Newcastle side compared to the City side. Newcastle have gone with a very negative formation, you'd say, but it's the usual stuff from Newcastle. So the Slovenian Martin Dubravka in goal, a back five Murphy's playing sort of a right wing back. We've got Kraft in there, who's usually a full back, isn't he, playing at centre back. Fernandez, Dummett, and of course a left back as well. But the thing is with this formation from Newcastle, Matt Ritchie at left wing back and Murphy at right wing back, they're quite attacking wing backs, aren't they? They're more full backs than anything else. So you could easily see, you know, Ritchie filling at left back and Murphy going to the wing, and then they could swap. So it could be a 4-4-2 this from Newcastle very easily. In the midfield, they've got Almiron, who's a decent enough player for them. John Joe Shelvey, again, not the worst of players, is he? And Joe Willock, who set the world alight, hasn't he, for Newcastle, while on loan from Arsenal, scoring goal after goal after goal for them. And important goals as well. And a reason why Newcastle are still up there, really. You know, without being dragged into that relegation zone. And up front, a worrying front line. Joelinton, who's shockingly bad. And there as well is Almiron. And Alan St. Maximin, sorry. And Alan St. Maximin is the one City need to worry about today. Up against Eric Garcia. That's going to be a real test for Eric Garcia, because he's not the quickest, is he, Garcia? And we know Alan St. Maximin is one of the quickest. Loasis would love to see Tommy Doyle, not going to lie. Yep, same for me, Loasis. I wanted Doyle, I wanted Palmer, I wanted them in there. I really did. I think, you know, they're the players who've been standing out for the youth team this season. And City, for the first time, one of the only teams, I think, ever in Premier League history to win the Premier League with the first team, the Premier League with the youth team, and the Premier League with the under-18s as well. And they also won the eSports Premier League, didn't they, as well, which is an interesting one. So City winning lots of trophies there across lots of competitions. Do you play Ultimate Team in FIFA, says Emil Smith Rowe? I don't, actually. It has been suggested to me to do some sort of Ultimate Team content on the channel, because we do the career mode, which will come at some point. Maybe. It's just... The thing what I don't like about Ultimate Team is they want you to put money into it, don't they? You know, you pay £50 for the game, and then they want you to put another £100, £200 to get a decent team when everyone else is doing that. Otherwise, it's not enjoyable, so that's why I don't play Ultimate Team. Very lucky that Wilson is injured, says Mel Smith Rowe. Yeah, I mean, he would have been a good player for Newcastle today. I think they'd prefer him to Joelinton, wouldn't they? I mean, any fan would prefer him to Joelinton. Adwox Dex says, Alman and Shelvey are underrated. Yeah, they are. They really are underrated, aren't they? Two very good players, really. Shelvey, you know, a tidy midfielder, isn't he? I thought he was decent at Liverpool. I can see he wasn't Liverpool quality when they started to become a better club, you know, moving up the table. The same for Almiron. I'm surprised bigger clubs haven't come in for him, but his goal-scoring record is pretty poor, isn't it? That's his problem. Gary's here. Gary says he's going for a 2-0 to Manchester City. I'm going to go for it. No, he's not. That's his usual. He's going for a 4-1 to City. Well, let's hope that's the case. I think Newcastle might have a decent chance today. He's got a strong side out there. And I think Sophie's already predicted something as well. Earlier on in the chat, Sophie went for a 2-0 to Manchester City. I think she always goes for a 2-0 as well, doesn't she? I think she'll just copy and paste it from week to week. What are your thoughts on Scott Carson? Well, you know, why not? Why not give Scott Carson a chance? I have mentioned that, you know, Pep said that he's really influential in the dressing room and the players like him. And apparently when he went up to do his interview for Sky Sports, all the players were cheering him. So clearly, he's a big hit among the players. And, you know, fair enough. He deserves that. He deserves to be popular amongst the fans. Hopefully, he does a good job, Scott Carson. I think he will do a good job. I'm not sure if playing out from the back is his strong point, because if you think about it, he's, 35 years of age, Scott Carson. The goalkeepers City have, especially Ederson, these modern-day goalkeepers, they brought up from, you know, being kids from the youth team, playing the ball out from the back. Scott Carson isn't from that era of football, so whether he's decent on the ball, I think City won't be playing a lot out the back today. Might be seeing a couple of long balls from Scott in that goal, but hopefully he does a good job. You know, he seems like a nice enough bloke, doesn't he, really? And fair play to him to come to City, be the third choice, and actually get a game. Junior says a 3-0 win for City. Andrew's gone for a 3-0 win as well. Well, he's changed it, Junior. He says a 3-1 win for City. Bit of a change there. Adwat's Deck says, do you think Garcia will stay next season? Is he good enough? Well, he won't stay, will he? His contract is up at the end of the season. He will be joining Barcelona on a free transfer. And I think they offered him something ridiculous, didn't they? President Bartomeu offered him something like 240 grand a week, which no wonder Garcia jumped at the idea to do that. But it did change pretty quickly, because they've changed that now. They obviously haven't got the funds, have they? So they've changed that completely and offered him, I think, less than half that, which apparently made Garcia wobble a little bit. He felt undervalued by Barcelona, but really, does he expect to be paid $240,000 per week in his first season? So that's not going to happen. But he will be joining Barcelona. There's no doubt about that. And I know a lot of fans don't like him. My personal opinion is Pep's always said if a player doesn't want to play for the club, they don't play. Eric Garcia doesn't want to play for Manchester City, but he does play for Manchester City. I don't quite like that. But put it into perspective, he's a lad who was born in Barcelona. It's his boyhood club. They offered him a chance to go and play for them. You'd go back and do it, wouldn't you? We saw the same problem with Brahim Diaz, who said, you know, I want to go to Real Madrid. That's the club I supported as a child. And you'd expect it. Imagine if Phil Foden played for Barcelona and Manchester City said to Phil Foden, I want you to come play for Manchester City. The chances are he'd say, I want to leave because it's his boyhood club. That's the way it works in football. So you can't hold it against him too much, Garcia. I don't think he's good enough. But you've got to say, lots of up-there managers rate him. Maybe Ronald Koeman doesn't, but I won't consider him an up-there manager. But you think Pep Guardiola, you can't argue with his record, can you? You can't argue with Pep. Pep does rate Eric Garcia. So there must be something in that. More to that is the fact that Luis Enrique also rates Eric Garcia. That's two top managers there that both rate Eric Garcia. So he must be good, mustn't he? He must be good. There must be more to him than we see. I think he will suit the La Liga much better than he suits the Premier League. But we'll see how it goes. I think his aerial ability is going to make him struggle. He's not the tallest, is he? And plus he can't jump very well, which doesn't help, does it, in the Premier League. We're just about 5 minutes away from kickoff. Manchester City versus Newcastle. I think it's going to be a very interesting game, isn't it? A very interesting game between these two. And Manchester City are 9-1 to 3-1. 3-0. Sorry, on Bet365. So maybe a couple of you, the older ones, of course, over 18, and gamble responsibly. As Sky Sports like to push at you, always betting. You can go for a bet there. Junior says Andre Silva replacement for Sergio Aguero. Well, that would be an interesting choice, wouldn't it? He's actually scored as many goals as Erling Haaland in the Bundesliga, although Haaland has played less games, but must keep that in mind. But as many goals as Erling Haaland in the Bundesliga this season in Andre Silva. He's been really good, Andre Silva, but I mean, he flopped at AC Milan, didn't he? And you've got to think that is sort of something that puts me off that he's flopped at AC Milan. Loasis, Haaland has to be the one. Yeah, I agree. Haaland has to be the one, but I don't think Haaland will be the one, Loay. I think, it's a bold prediction here. Speaking of betting, get your money on it. I think Alexander Isak will be the striker City sign. He's not been linked with City heavily, but I truly believe he is the striker City will sign from Real Sociedad. I really do think that. I don't know why. I've had a feeling about it for a while. I think he'll be the man just because he's not going to cost a ridiculous amount, is he, Alexander Isak? He'll cost maybe 60 million. Of course, City linked with Nuno Mendes as well, the fullback from Sporting Lisbon, or Sporting the Club Lisbon, however Bruno Fernandes likes to moan about it being said. So, plenty of links with City. Adwat's next says Lukaku, Memo Locatelli, Jack Grealish, Haaland. Which one should we buy? Well, if I had to pick one of those players, Adwat next, I'd say Haaland all the way. I don't want anyone else but Haaland off that list. If we don't get Haaland, then it's got to be a striker. Then Lukaku's a decent backup, isn't it, to Haaland as a first choice striker. We know the quality Lukaku has. I know he didn't play that well at Manchester United in that last year there, but you have to understand he didn't want to be there, did it? And things weren't going well. United were shocking as well. And I think United could do with him right now, couldn't they? Even if they didn't have Cavani, I think United fans would take Lukaku over Cavani. I would personally anyway. So the players out on the pitch, very close to kick off here. Manchester City versus Newcastle. Very, very close. And it should be a good game, like we said. It should be an interesting game between the two sides. I hope it is. I really do hope it is. Nice to see Newcastle give City a guard of honour as well. I think that is probably the right thing to do. Whether Liverpool would give City one or teams like that. Manchester United, maybe not. But we'll see how it goes. The players line up now. Going to be a good game, I think. Going to be a good game. I'm excited to see Scott Carson and see how he performs. Loasis Torres is a better finish than Sterling, so I would go for him, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I think Sterling or Torres to get the first goal, Gary, is a good bet. But I don't think Sterling will get it. I think Ferran Torres is a better finisher. And he just seems to score a lot of goals for City, doesn't it? Always seems to score for City. For whatever reason, he's got it in him, Ferran Torres. Been impressed by him every time he plays, really. I know he's had some maybe off games, that game against Chelsea in the FA Cup, but was it entirely his fault when the whole team played poorly? I don't think it is it? So you can't entirely blame Ferran Torres for that. I think next season he's going to be a superstar, and I know Loay's a big fan of Ferran Torres. He's even been asking in the career mode to play Ferran more, play Ferran more. Ferran will be playing more Don't worry, Loay. We'll get him in there as much as we can do. But Gary could be coming in big with the bets there. So the players out in the field are just telling us the Newcastle side once again. The City side is on the left-hand side of your screen. I'll recap it just one more time before kick-off. So it's Scott Carson, the surprise inclusion, in goal. We've got Walker, Garcia, Ake and Cancelo at the back. Rodri, Gundogan and Bernardo Silva in the midfield. And Raheem Sterling, Ferran Torres and Gabriel Jesus up top. Adwat Dex says, will Stefan ever come to number one? No, I think if Ederson left, City wouldn't have Zach Stefan as number one. I think they'd sign the goalkeeper. What was really interesting, something I saw, which I did like, someone put a conundrum to the City fans on Twitter, and that was, if City were to, for example, you as a fan are told, you can sign Erling Haaland, but Ederson has to leave, and Stefan becomes the number one, would you do that? And that's a weird question, isn't it? You know, what would you do? Let me know. What would you do to that one? It's a hard one, that, isn't it? Because you're going to get Erling Haaland in the end. Torres has been out in the cold for a while, so I think a run of games like this would definitely great for his development. Agree, Laway. I think he's one of them that needs game time, isn't it? And he's not been getting it for Manchester City, and I think that's why he's not been performing to the level we expect of him. He's one of them that needs a run of games, and hopefully he gets it now. And I think he will get it now for Torres. Hi everyone, going for a 3-2 win, says Margaret. So Margaret predicting a win for Manchester City as well. Having some technical difficulties here again with the Sky Go app. Makes you want to smash your head off the wall. It really does. Looks like. It's just so frustrating. So you just have to bear with me sometimes, people. It seems to. It's been fine for a long while. It's then recently it's just decided, you know what? It's sick of working for me. It's sick of working for me. Albert Dex says, can we replace Ederson easily? I don't think so, because there's no one in world football who can pass the ball like Ederson, is there? And that's a big issue for City. A massive issue for City. So I think they'd really struggle if they were to lose Ederson, because he brings so much to our game, doesn't he? Without him, would we be the same team? I don't think we would be. So that's an issue City have got to work out how they're going to do things. But I think Ederson is definitely one of those that City do need. They desperately need in their side, because without him, they'd really struggle, wouldn't they? So we're close to kick-off, very close to kick-off. Manchester City versus Newcastle. Not that far away now. They're probably a little bit behind you. Scott Carson there, looking on. They'll try and sort this out. So kickoff is underway. Manchester City versus Newcastle. And hopefully we have a very entertaining game here between City and Newcastle. Should be, shouldn't it? It really should be. Terence Baggy says, congratulations on winning the title. Hard to believe that the Etihad 12 years ago. And Scott Carson was playing for the Baggies. Yes, of course, Scott Carson, his last Premier League appearance was in 2011 for West Brom, wasn't it? Which is quite interesting. Mike Kern says she wants plenty of goals. Well, maybe we'll get plenty of goals. I'm sure all the fans here are hoping for plenty of goals today. We'll see what happens. Alan St. Maximin on the ball here. John Joe Selvey. Good start for City, though. Lively on the front foot. Although, there's a foul there on the Newcastle player, I thought. Referee says play on. No changes from the referees today. Who is the ref? I think it's Jonathan Moss today. He struggles to keep up with play, doesn't he, Jonathan Moss? Hopefully he can do. Here's Kyle Walker. Into Nathan Ake. Newcastle have won their last 2 games. So that's pretty good for them. In good form. City have won 1 and lost 1 in the last 2. Loasis, it's crazy, isn't it, Terence? It's very crazy, isn't it, to think that, you know, it was that long ago Scott Carson was playing in the Premier League and for West Brom as well. I thought he was good at Derby, you know. Didn't he have a man of the match performance against Manchester United before City signed him? I think he did. In a cup competition. I think when United knocked... do you remember when United went out on penalties to Derby County? Phil Jones schemed that one over the bar. Here is... I think Ferran Torres is looking like he's on the left here at the moment, which is interesting. Still on the right. I think that's because West Brom are playing those wing-backs. Pep said before, hasn't he? He needs to keep the wingers high and wide to attack these wing-backs. Here's Raheem Sterling, though, over to the left now, the captain. Skips past Kraft really well. Poor cross, however. Nodded away. Rodri picks up on the edge of the box. Rodri wide to Ferran Torres. Bernardo Silva. Ferran in behind to Bernardo. Pulls it back into the middle. Ooh, nearly fell to Ferran Torres there. Poor defending from Newcastle. The shame that Ferran couldn't really get in the end of that. I do want him to score a goal. I'm a big fan of him. I'm a big fan of him. And I like that he wears the number 21 as well. Good to see that shirt recycled to someone who's going to be top quality for City. And Ferran said, didn't he, in his interview, he always looked up to David Silva. And he wants to follow in David Silva's career path. Hopefully he does that at City. I'd love him to stay for that amount of years like David Silva did. 10 years at the Etihad. Well, Ferran Torres in 10 years' time will only be, what will he be? 31? 30, I think. He's around 20 when he signed for City. So here come Newcastle now. Alan St-Maximin is making bursting runs in behind straight away. Great pace by Joelinton against Ake. Good defending by Ake. He was miles offside, it looked like there. Joelinton. Linesman didn't think so. There's a corner for Newcastle. Good defending from Ake there. Good recovery pace. As Joelinton got in behind. Chased him down. And good slide tackle. So corner for Newcastle. And they've got height in the box, haven't they, Newcastle? They've got a lot of big men. Which might be an issue. Who's coming across to take this one? Paul Dummett in there. He seems to have been around a long time, doesn't he, Paul Dummett? Not sure what his age is now. Seems to have been around for an age. I think he's a Geordie boy, isn't he? A Newcastle fan. Scott Carson there. Might be tested for the first time here from this corner. So cross comes in from Matt Ritchie, I believe. Into the box, headed away by Kyle Walker. Bernardo chased it down. Crossing by Newcastle, cleared away by Rodri. St-Maximin with another crossing. It's a good one to the far post. Nodded into the hands of Scott Carson, however, by the fullback. Safe hands from Scott Carson. Terence is hoping that Scott Carson's improved. Well, I very much doubt it. I think he's probably got worse, hasn't it? On the years of not playing football. But maybe he's improved playing with the likes of Edison in the training sessions. Garcia nearly got the ball robbed off him there. He did well to make a good tackle. But that pace at St-Maximin proving pivotal for Newcastle today, probably. Up against Eric Garcia. Good work there by Cancelo. Nicely done by Josh Murphy. Good touch. I think it was a bit of a mistake, really. City look hungry to win the ball back, don't they? Oh, Rodri with a foul there. St-Maximin. A little flicking back inside. Loe's hoping Scott Carson's a safe pair of hands. I think he'll do a decent job. You know, he's not a top quality goalkeeper, is he? I think we know that. Ender says, do you think we'll sell Sterling if he continues his form? The thing is with Sterling, if he had 3 years... I think Sam Lee spoke about this on the Blue Moon... Is it the Blue Moon podcast or is it the Why Always Us podcast I was listening to? Sam Lee said, who's a journalist for City, despite being a Manchester United fan, he said that if Sterling had 3 years left in his contract, he wouldn't even entertain people talking about Sterling's form. But Sterling has got 2 years left in his contract, so if City have to sell him, they need to sell him now, because his value is going to be nothing with 1 year left in his contract. We might have a Leroy Sané situation. However, Sterling currently doesn't have an agent. He got rid of his agent, so it's not like he's trying to engineer a move anywhere. He's hoping to just negotiate his contract by himself with some representatives to get a new contract. But he wants a pay rise, isn't it? And a massive pay rise. It's just, who'd pay the money for him, Sterling? I mean, Lowe here just said, like I'm saying, who can afford Sterling, though, when you consider the contracts when selling players? Exactly. No one's going to pay Sterling, I don't think, 250 grand a week. I think they'd be crazy to do so. I mean, Sterling wants about 300, doesn't it? He's not going to get that. And who's going to pay 90 million for Raheem Sterling after the season he's just had? I don't think he fits in anywhere, does he? He's not going to... His dream moves to Real Madrid. I don't think they want a winger, do they? I mean, they've got Hazard, but they can't just give up on Hazard straight away. It'd be a tough move for Sterling if he is to go anywhere. I don't think he will go anywhere. Here is Raheem Sterling anyway. On his right foot. Looked like he's going to open his body for a shot then, doesn't? Into Bernardo. Jesus. Sterling in the box. Good strength from Sterling. He's done well. Still doing well, Sterling. Good balance. Rodri. Gundogan. Oh, Nathan Ake. There's a perfectly good pass out wide there to Joao Cancelo. In acres of space on the left-hand side, and Nathan Ake goes for glory. Blaze it over the bar. Good work from Sterling, though. Managed to hold onto the ball there really well. Laid it off to Rodri. Into Ake. You're thinking, pass it wide to Cancelo, Nathan. A shot from the Dutchman, who's got in the preliminary Euro 2020 squad for Holland after Virgil van Dijk has said he won't be going to the Euros. Maybe Nathan Ake will be starting for Holland, although they've got a good selection of centre-backs, haven't they, the Dutch? Matthijs de Ligt, Stefan de Vrij, Daley Blind. Long ball by Newcastle from the goal kick. Deflects off Joelinton for a throw into Manchester City. Lowe says, I mean, Sterling can't get worse from this point, though. You'd think that, Lowe, wouldn't you? But I suppose if it continues, is that getting worse? I'm not sure. Lowe's being optimistic. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it doesn't continue in this form, Sterling. He looked quite good then on that little bit of an attack from City. Hopefully he keeps it up. Long ball. Shocking defending. Jesus takes it down. Gabriel Jesus takes a touch and tries to smash it in the top corner. That would have been a ridiculously good goal. Cal the Gamer says some teams will sign him just to sell a few shirts. Possibly. I think he'd be good for the English market, maybe. Well, is he that popular amongst the England fans? Similar to Harry Kane? I'm not quite sure. Jesus had a great chance there. That would have been a wonder goal if he hit that in the top corner. Put it about 15 foot wide though, Gabriel Jesus. No surprises there. Amindu's got a 2-0 prediction. That's a bold prediction, Amindu. Many people predicting the City win today. I'm surprised you're so confident despite the side being so changed. In behind here to St Maximin. Great work from St Maximin, but Ake keeps up with him. And it's into the hands of Scott Carson. It was actually Joe Willock, in fact. It looked like St Maximin with a pace there, bursting away. It was Joe Willock. He's got a bit of an engine on him, Joe Willock, hasn't he? Quite a quick player, the Arsenal midfielder. I think he might get in Arteta's team next season, might he? He probably deserves it. Probably deserves to be given some chances at Arsenal next season, considering how he's performed this season. He's been impressive for Newcastle on loan. And it might only be a loan, but I think he's been very impressive. Here's Walker. Back he goes to Garcia. Nathan Ake brings the ball forward. Sterling. He's done well there, Sterling. A little shimmy. Into Gundogan. Had a haircut, Ilkay Gundogan into Ferran Torres. Somehow, Ferran controlled it. He was fired at him by Gundogan. He's gone behind for a throw in here to Newcastle. Matt Ritchie just shepherds it out. Gundogan couldn't, control as it bounced off Ferran Torres' boot. But, I mean, the pass from Gundogan, it was fired at Ferran Torres. Absolutely no chance. Long throwing over the top, in behind. Looking for Joelinton and St Maximin in the run there, Newcastle. It's to Eric Garcia, and he gives it straight back to Scott Carson. Simple pass by Carson. I think as well in today's game, Newcastle are not a side that are going to press the goalkeeper. Gives Carson that space in time to play out from the back, something he's not quite used to. Here's Cancelo. Right in the centre of midfield now. Walker wide to Ferran. Good burst of pace from Ferran Torres. Into Jesus. Good defending from Newcastle. Knocked away. Kyle Walker there. Back into the halfway line. It's Nathan Ake just over the centre circle. Loasis, I think I've said this before, but I really appreciate how good your commentary is. I don't have the match on. No worries, Loasis. That's what it's about. I mean, I've seen some of these people that do these streams where it's all about just, look at me punching my table. And I've never thought, when I set this up, it's about that. It's about the people who can't watch the game. Me trying to describe it as best as I can. Because, sometimes you can't get it on the radio. Sometimes you can't watch it. And it's good to just have someone there to try and tell you what's going on. And also you can actually discuss with them. You can't on the radio, can you? You can't ask them questions, discuss with them about the game. At least I can do that for you. Here's Gabriel Jesus. The goal kick from Dubravka was really poor. Straight to Gabriel Jesus. Bernardo Silva. Going to go all the way back here to Nathan Ake. Sort of a back three really. Garcia on the centre circle. Ake and Walker on either side of him. Here is Ake. In midfield now. Cancelo. Ake once more. Newcastle are sitting very deep. All 11 men behind the centre circle. Here's Walker. Garcia. Sterling's very wide on the left-hand side. Ferran's very wide on the right-hand side. We've got, I think it's Gundogan. Bernardo Silva and Jesus all sort of through the middle. Little flick there. Little back heel like Gundogan. City just playing little triangle passes as they do. In triangles around the Newcastle players. Looking for that space. Kyle Walker's doing his usual in space with his arms wide outside himself. Begging for the ball. That's what he does when he gets it. It's a good pass into Jesus. Into Gundogan. Jesus taken down. Gundogan with a shot. Nearly a cross really that found Sterling at the far post. Drags it wide along the floor. Really poor. Sean Hanley says 14 watching worldwide. Nice one. Thank you very much, Sean. Yeah, it's good to have 14 people. I think the highest we've ever had is around 30. That'd be good to try and get it up to that again. Hopefully you guys can come in, listen to the match. Ask me some questions if you want to. Celebrate Manchester City being Premier League champions again. 5 titles now. Here's Rodri. Good turn away from St Maximin. Aware of his surroundings there, Rodri. Ake. Cancelo on the left-hand side. Linda's gone for a 2-0 to Manchester City. Here's Ake. Cancelo once more on this left-hand side. Rodri. Garcia. St Maximin's trying to press Trying to lead that press for Newcastle. It's not working. Garcia brings the ball forward into midfield. Bernardo Silva. Ferran Torres takes on Richie. Good work from Ferran. Again, coming inside. Always looking to come inside. Rodri with not the best of passes into Ilkay Gundogan. Tips it wide to Cancelo. Chance here. Oh, great chance. Ball comes in. Really good chance there for Ferran Torres. Got across his marker. It was Gundogan who played a really nice ball. Reverse passing behind to Cancelo. Cuts it back. Across the near post comes Ferran Torres. Outside of his right boot. I mean, it's a mile wide from Ferran. It looked closer from the first camera angle. It's a tough, a really tough technique that for Ferran. He's come across the front post and he's tried to curl it with the outside of his right boot. First time. It's a mile wide. Never really going to get the angle on it, but it's a good try from Ferran. Carl the Gamer says, do you think Aguero will play in the UEFA Champions League final? I don't think so. I think he might come on maybe off the bench if City need a goal. I think you'd be lucky if he even comes on. If City are 4-0 up, he might come on as well. That might be an option for Pep Guardiola. But I can't see him starting. If De Bruyne is fit, which at the moment is not looking likely, is it? Injured again today. Apparently a problem with his right thigh. But City not going to risk him. If De Bruyne is fit, then maybe we see him as that false 9. I think that's we all know the lineup City are going to go with, don't we, in the Champions League final, unless Pep does something ridiculous. Linda says 2-0. She should have said 2-0 for the champions. Exactly. Manchester City champions. And with 5 trophies now, City. 5 Premier League trophies. They're level with Chelsea. Manchester United, of course, top with 13. City on the attack here. Cancelo. Step overs. Clips one in his left foot. Cleared away by Newcastle. Jonjo Shelvey makes a mess of the second clearance. Just scuffs it behind for a throw-in, in fact. Right near the corner flag. Newcastle looking shaky at the back. As you expect, usually when they play City. Here's Gundogan. In the white boots today, Ilkay Gundogan. Got him mixed up with Ferran Torres early on in the game. Ferran in the red boots. Okay. Oasis, how's your Spanish going? I remember you saying you were learning it during one of your very first streams. Yeah, I mean, I watch a lot of Spanish films and series. I can watch a bit of Spanish TV now and, understand it well enough. The thing is, the understanding is, like with any language, it tends to be a lot easier than the actual speaking. So hopefully when COVID ends, we've had some bad news in the UK today, haven't we, about this Indian strain. And it's in Greater Manchester as well, which is going to knock back maybe the 25th of June, when everything is, sort of what they say is solved in the UK. I think everyone was getting hopeful, probably too hopeful. Not sure that was always going to be the case, but that might be pushed back now. But hopefully I can actually go and speak to actual Spanish speakers. That's what I want to do. The same with my German, and maybe with a few other languages. You've noticed that we are supported by a few languages on this channel, languages that I know, people here that speak, which makes it easier. So, I mean, obviously people might think Hungarian's a bit of an out there one, but, there's some languages that we do speak amongst us, and that's why we do support those languages. And I'm hoping eventually on this channel, at some point, I'll be able to do streams in Spanish and German, and so on. But I think that's a way, yeah. I've really got to, embrace the language and go and speak to people. But the understanding's much easier. Here's Raheem Sterling, takes on the fullback. Good work from Sterling. Cuts back onto his right foot. We're still going at the fullback there. Tries to get a crossing on his right foot for a tap-in for Jesus or Gundogan. It was good work from Sterling again. Ake has cleared one away from Newcastle, trying to hit City on the counter for the long ball. The one thing about Nathan Ake that I've noticed so far is he's a good, tidy, calm defender. But he's not a Manchester City defender, it doesn't feel like at the moment. I know it's his first year and he's not played many games due to that hamstring injury. But with a Manchester City defender, Ruben Diaz, yes, they do the no-nonsense stuff of clearing it away. But a lot of the time, they keep the ball in and let City attack again and sustain the attacks for City. Nathan Ake is one of them, he just looks to put it out every time. He doesn't look to take a risk, which you need that in your team. I think Diaz is a bit of a player like that as well. But Diaz is fully embraced the modern-day centre-back role, hasn't he? As well as being an out-and-out defender. He wants to play the ball as well, and Nathan Ake is lacking that at the moment, in my opinion, so far. Chelsea have beaten us twice in 2 occasions. I'm a bit worried. I'm worried as well, Cal the Gamer. Don't worry. I'm really worried for the Champions League final. But we will be covering it here on the channel. Laway is calm. Well, it depends what City side turn up. If City put out the strongest 11, and they play like they did against PSG, they should beat Chelsea, shouldn't they? I mean, Chelsea lost to Arsenal, don't forget, the other day. Here's Ferran Torres on the edge of the box. Nice idea from Ferran. Tries to dink it over a couple of Newcastle defenders on his left foot into the path. I think it was Gabriel Jesus. It's overhit, however, from Ferran. Good start from City, though. all over Newcastle, as we expected, even with this, weaker side. City are all over Newcastle, and these shots here of Cole Palmer on the bench. Hopefully, young Palmer gets on today. I think he deserves it. I mean, he's been ridiculous, hasn't he, for the City youth team. Oh, City have won it back here. So unlucky for Ferran Torres there. Nicked it off Paul Dummett on the edge of his box, right in the byline. But he just couldn't take a good enough touch. Knocked it out for a goal kick. Aymeric Laporte on the bench there, and he's been in the headlines, hasn't he? Will be representing Spain at Euro 2020. Aymeric Laporte, he's changed his nationality. I mean, he's pretty much Spanish anyway, isn't he? I think he's Basque. Aymeric Laporte played a lot of time at Athletic Bilbao. Picked France, but hardly ever played for them. Unfairly, because of the sort of falling out he's had with Didier Deschamps, the French manager. So, now he's playing for Spain, and Luis Enrique apparently called Laporte personally and said, I want you to play for Spain. I mean, him and Ramos, or him and Pau Torres, I know you don't see many double left-footed centre-back partnerships there. Could be very interesting. Here is Kyle Walker for Manchester City up the wide right-hand side. There's no options. He has to go all the way back to Bernardo Silva. No one near him. Here's Ferran Ake. Julie says Chelsea are dreadful to watch. We cannot lose to them in the final. They're boring. Yeah, they sit back, don't they? Linda says Pep knew what he's doing against Chelsea. Grand scheme of things, the result was not important. Exactly. I think Pep knew Manchester United would drop points. And the Chelsea game, he didn't give anything away, did it? The tactics for the final. He didn't want the players who were going to play the final, play that game and be worried about, the performance last time. They've got a fresh head, haven't they, going up against Chelsea. Here's Raheem Sterling. Cancelo. Didn't cover the top to Gundogan. Nods it down. Shelvey's there. Oh, he's never going to get a free kick for that, Shelvey. Just chucks himself to the floor. Referee doesn't buy it. Good play by Sterling. Cancelo back to Sterling. Gundogan. Oh, couldn't get it out of his feet, Ilkay Gundogan. Cancelo wins it back though off Willock on the edge of his box. City all over Newcastle here. Newcastle sat deep. Good work here from Jesus. Has a run. Rodri. Gundogan. Oh, shocking touch from Gundogan. Really poor touch. Went for the counter there, but Nathan Ake steps up against St. Maximin. That's wonderful from Ake. That's better. That's more City centre-back like from Nathan Ake there. Reading the danger, intercepting it, and getting City back in the attack. Ferran Torres. Bit of space here, Ferran. Good play by Jesus. Little 1-2. Gundogan. All the way wide to Cancelo. Wants it on his right foot, Cancelo. Cancelo shoots towards the near post, and Ake on the overlap. It's a save by Martin Dubravka. Callaghan says, when I saw Chelsea go through, I thought we had a 9% chance of a win. I don't think it's that. I think it's 50-50, isn't it, really, between City and Chelsea. We won't let them beat us a third time, says Linda. That said, I will bite my nails on the 29th. Well, I think we all will. I don't think anyone's seen who the referee is for the final. But he's probably one of the worst referees City could have got. What is his name now? Someone will be able to pull up his name. He's the ref that Pep Guardiola hates. And he's a Madrid fan. And he hates Catalonian independence. And who at City is a massive, advocator of Catalonian independence, but Pep Guardiola. And they fell out a few times while he was at Barcelona. They fell out a lot of times when he was at City. He was the referee for that game against Liverpool, where City got absolutely done by the referee in that game. And Pep got sent off at half-time. He was also referee for that Monaco game, where Aguero was taken down in the box, and he booked Sergio Aguero for diving. So, don't get your hopes up, people, about the refereeing performance in the final. Here's Raheem Sterling. It gets worse. Will City go for this attack, and then I'll tell you, Gundogan into Cancelo. Swung in by Cancelo. Dubravka punches over the head of his own defender, and Newcastle lump it away to runners in St. Maximin Garcia. Back into Kyle Walker. City come for attack again. And when I say it gets worse for the referee in the final, on VAR will be Hernandez, who is possibly the worst referee in the Liga. He's going to be on VAR, so it's not going to look good for the Champions League final. City will be playing 13 men come the 29th of May, and they've got to make sure they perform the best they can, because the referee will not be helping them out anyway. Oh, what a ball in behind to Sterling here. Looks to cut it back. Good defending from Newcastle. Clears it behind us. Kraft for a corner. It was Cancelo playing a defence-splitting pass between fullback and centre-back. He was so unlucky. Ooh, City should have had a penalty here. They're just showing a replay here. Ilkay Gundogan flicked it past Federico Fernandez, the Argentinian, who punched it away with his arm. But clearly the referee and VAR have not picked up on that. So it should have been a penalty to Manchester City, but it's not been given. I don't think it's even been checked. That's a clear error the referees have missed here. And speaking of poor referees in the Champions League, we've got them in the Premier League, haven't we? Poor decision there. I didn't see it, to be fair. Maybe it's not a clear and obvious error then. Here's Cancelo. Swings one in. Oh, Sterling was there. Newcastle clear it behind for a corner to City again. Defending from Jacob or Josh Murphy. Not sure which one, the twins. I think one plays for Norwich, doesn't it? The camera sticks to Scott Carson. Maybe he's going to go up for this corner. Loasis, I trust the team to turn up for the final. I know they will be up for it. I'm fired up. Well, I hope so, Loasis. I think the same, but then, do you know which City side are going to turn up? You never do you, with City? You really don't. So, corner for City, 22 minutes played. 23 minutes, in fact. Ilkay Gundogan over this corner. Looks like he's going to play it short. It's Bernardo, actually. But he might swing this one in. He does swing it in. To the edge of the box. To Cancelo. Walker. What a waste. Bernardo. We've got the big men still in the box. If Bernardo can clip it in here. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo. Shocking cross from Bernardo Silva. Good defending, however, by Rodri to win it back before Shelvey could unleash a long ball over the top to St. Maximin. Who's on the shoulder of Eric Garcia there. And Cancelo. But what a waste of a corner there from Manchester City. Sterling. Oh, nice idea for a ball through to Ake. Oh, and here comes St. Maximin in behind. And he's looking quick. He's looking lively, St. Maximin. Joe Linton, one-on-one with Walker. Beats Walker, Joe Linton! Oh, good block from Kyle Walker. The deflection there looked crazy. It looked like he was deflecting to the top corner, and it looks like Kyle Walker may have injured himself. Carl the Gamer says, I know it's silly to say, but who do you think will win the Euros? Ooh, Portugal or France? I think Kyle Walker got a kick where he didn't want to kick there. Let's just see this. Ooh. Joe Linton, as he swings his boot with that. The follow through hits Kyle Walker right between the legs. He's back up though. But that must have hurt Kyle Walker. Newcastle with a corner. That was a good break from Newcastle, in fact. I think he's a top quality player as well, Alan St. Maximin. I really do. I don't think he'd work in a City team. But he'd work in a side. Like, no! Goal for Newcastle. Cross comes in. It's a header from Kraft and it's into the top corner. Manchester City are 1-0 down here. Cross comes in. It's a good cross. It's a really good cross from Newcastle. Because Jonjo Shelvey, who's got the set-piece delivery, hasn't he? We know how good he is at set-pieces. Swings it in. And who is it that's not marking him? It's Kraft with the goal. Swung in. Kraft with a header. Is it Eric Garcia? It's Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake, poor defending. Cross comes in. Ake not tight enough to Thomas Kraft. Simple header, really. Free header for Kraft. I mean, Carson. Might as well have not had a goalkeeper in there, Scott Carson. He did sort of like dive across it. I mean, it was hit with power from close range. I think that's down to Nathan Ake, that one. And Manchester City are 1-0 down to Newcastle at St James's Park. Poor defending on the set piece. Ake's got a terrible percentage of win rate in aerial duels. And we've seen it there. Beaten in the air far too easily. Walker against St Maximin. Good physicality from Kyle Walker. Steve Bruce wants a free kick. He's not going to get one for that. St Maximin's off the pitch. Claiming a free kick from the fourth official. That was really poor from City. Loasis predictions out the window. I think a lot of people's predictions out the window. A lot of people were saying nil, weren't they? No goals. You didn't, sort of factor in that Eric Garcia was in there. And Nathan Ake. Gary says, well, that's my first goal scorer bet gone. Quite right, Gary. Luckily for you. Not many people would have said that it was Kraft who would score. Hi, I'm Jelly. Welcome, Jelly. Good to have you. Here's Raheem Sterling. 1-on-1. Two men have come across to him, though. Sterling still going. Oh, good defending from Murphy. Really good defending. Did well there. Like a proper fullback, not a winger. Long ball up to St Maximin that bobbles out to play, throwing for City. Look at this. City have had 80% possession, 234 passes. Newcastle 20% possession and only 80 passes all game. Newcastle 1-0 up. Chance from a set piece. And they finished it. Thomas Kraft, Emil Kraft. Some sort of craft. It was good craft of him to use his header and put it into the back of the net. Good cross as well by Shelvey. Shocking pass by Walker into the path of Shelvey. St. Maximin, did well there, surrounding St. Maximin, didn't let him turn, because if he had turned, he would have had a free run at the City defence. Here's Rodri, Cancelo. The worrying thing about this is it's like, it doesn't matter anyway, City have won the league. What I start to worry about is how City are going to perform in the Champions League final if the team have just gone through, 3 defeats, the final 3 games of the season. Here's Cancelo. Okay. Shouldn't have got a free header though, Kraft. Jelly says, should I subscribe? That's up to you. I hope you do. And I hope you enjoy the content on this channel. Here's Walker. Wide to Cancelo on his chest. Good switch of play. Cancelo around Murphy. Good foot in by Cancelo on Murphy. And Murphy then win it back. He's played really well, Murphy. You won't think he's a winger. He looks like an out-and-out fullback. Throwing to City. Good physicality from Ake there. Problem is when the ball comes in the air, he's clueless. Gary said his 4-1 prediction's still on. It is, Gary. You can still come in with your bet on that one. City need to score 4 goals here, and at the moment, they don't like scoring 1. Here's Walker, wide to Ferran Torres. Love to see Ferran have a run at one of their players. Does well. Not happy Ferran there with a late tackle on him by Richie. Falls to Gundogan here. Good defending by Kraft. Sterling takes it out of the air. Margaret's gone for a 3-2. Oh, Sterling just give the ball away. A shocking pass to Willock. And here he comes on the counter up against Sterling. He bursts away from Sterling. Up against Ake now. Into Joelinton, and luckily for City, Joelinton, he got his ice skates on, slipping all over there. Good counter-attacking opportunity for Newcastle once again. Here's Bernardo Silva. Here comes Bernardo. Ferran. Rodri. Gundogan. Sterling under pressure. Oh. Sterling, Gundogan said to Sterling there, there's a man on you, pass it back. He didn't, he just let him come and tackle him. Handball, says Jesus, for an aimless cross into the box. And just Willock lumps it away. Ake there. Head of St. Maximin all the way back to Scott Carson. And this says, I don't get how we play like this with our second team. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it's half second team, half not, isn't it? The midfield's pretty much the first team midfield. Although I don't think it's the midfield's fault. We conceded from that corner. It was poor from Nathan Ake. Here's Bernardo Silva at the right-hand side. Ferran. Oh, it's a late tackle on Ferran Torres there again. Free kick to City. 2 late tackles from Richie on Ferran. And it's actually Andre Marin who's the referee. He's getting a talking to here, Richie. And Almiron. Jelly says, do you know how to play FIFA? Have a look at the channel, Jelly. There's plenty of FIFA content on this channel. If you enjoy career mode, you're in the right place. So foul on Ferran Torres on the edge of the box to the right-hand side of it, sort of on the corner of it. Good angle that to swing one in with Bernardo, or maybe Gundogan on his right foot. We'll see how it goes. Andre Marin walking back. I mean, the wall is about 5 yards closer than they should be. Marin has marched them backwards now. He's actually nearer to the centre than I thought. This could be a good shooting opportunity for City here. Bernardo or Gundogan could hit this. I thought it was further right than that. It's actually in a very good position for a shot here. Gundogan and Bernardo over it. Bernardo leaves it. Gundogan! Right idea. Tries to put it into the bottom corner. Curl it round the outside of the wall. But it was a tame shot from Gundogan. There's no power on it. The accuracy, the placement was right. The power was really poor. Dubravka gambled as well. He knew it was going there. No power in that Gundogan free kick and into the hands of Martin Dubravka. Ake wins an aerial duel against Joelinton. St. Maximin in there though. Ake in there again. Good tackle, Nathan Ake. On the floor, Ake. I'm impressed by him. It's as soon as the ball goes in the air. Who scored for Newcastle last Jelly? It was Kraft, the centre-back. John Joe Shelvey swung in a corner. And Kraft nodded it in unmarked from Ake and Cancelo. Here's Bernardo on the right-hand side. Ilkay Gundogan. Walker. Ake. Cancelo, wide to Sterling. Here's Raheem Sterling. Trying to play himself maybe into that Champions League final side. Cancelo with a good lift in. Jesus with a header. It's behind for a corner. Came off Federico Fernandez. Ex-Napoli man. We'll see this again here. Cancelo swings it on his right foot. Jesus goes for a backwards header. And it looks like Fernandes heads it into the back of Jesus. And it should be a goal kick, really. But the referees give a corner, Andre Mariner. City with a chance to swing one in. Can they reply from the corner? Swung in here. Oh, no one can get on the end of it. Rodri's down. Doesn't look good. Newcastle on the counter. Oh, good work from Almiron. Oh, he should have played Joe Linton, Almiron. Here he comes. Almiron still going. Great tackle from Ake. Whoa, referee. Well, Andre Mariner's had a shocker here. Nathan Ake with a brilliant tackle. Foot on the ball. And Mariner gives a free kick to Newcastle. A good tackle from Ake. Foot on the ball. Almiron's gone down. So you see here, Rodri climbs. Oh, he's got a big forearm in the side of his head from Paul Dummett. Won't be a penalty. Definitely not a penalty, but an elbow for the face of Rodri. Looks like a sore one. Hopefully we'll get a pack of ice or something on that. Looks like he has got ice straight away on it. In his eye, Rodri. And Almiron's still limping after that perfectly timed challenge from Nathan Ake. But this is a good free kick opportunity for Newcastle. We spoke about John Joe Shelby's delivery already from that corner. He's definitely someone who can hit one into the top corner from this sort of range. He's got to test Scott Carson, surely. Ooh, I don't know if Rodri's going to be okay here. So the captain, John Joe Shelby, stands over this free kick. A very good chance Newcastle score from this. Didn't personally think it was a free kick. I thought it was a well-timed challenge from Nathan Ake. Referee thought not. If Newcastle were scoring this, that's 2 goals created by Nathan Ake for the opposition. It's a bit worrying. So here we go, 34 minutes played. Shelby stands over it. Just the left of centre of the goal. Shelby! Oh, it's hit the bar! Did Carson save that? That hit the bar. John Joe Shelby's hit the bar. City on the counter. Bernardo Silva. Cancelo. Sterling. Oh, Raheem Sterling. Be good if you could actually take a touch on a football, Raheem Sterling. Shocking control. Absolutely shocking. I tell you what, if you put Raheem Sterling in maybe a League 2 side, you wouldn't know the difference. Oh, foul here by Matt Rich. He's going to get a yellow card for that. He's made too many fouls now. Oasis, is the chat is lively tonight, or is it just me? Yeah, plenty of people in the chat today. It's good to see. It's what we like, Lowe. Jesus here takes it round Richie. Richie just grabs him and pulls him down. Cynical from Jack Ritchie. Yellow card. Dog Gerson says Sterling out. Couldn't understand your frustration, Dort. He was shocking there, wasn't he? City on a great counter-attacking opportunity. And Sterling can't control a football. And he wants 300,000 per week. He'll be lucky if he gets 3. Walker, good switch of play again. A bit too heavy for Cancelo. Nads it all the way behind for a throw-in to Newcastle. Not looking good from City. I wonder if they're going to show the replay of this free kick from Shelby. Did he hit the bar? Did Carson save it onto the bar? Nah, he hit the bar. He was very close. Scott Carson wouldn't have saved it. I don't think so. He was near it. Very close to making it 2-0 for Newcastle. And City did try and hit Newcastle on the counter, but Raheem Sterling forgets to control the football, as we've seen plenty of times this season, unfortunately. It was a very good chance for Newcastle. They're showing us plenty of replays of this free kick. Seen about 30 now. Not sure why. Sick of seeing them. But it's a really good save. It would have been a really good save by Carson if he got his hand on it, which initially I thought he had done. Did sort of say, I think he's hit the bar, and he did hit the bar. Class of the bar did John Joe Shelby, the captain for Newcastle. Still waiting for the game to get back underway here. We'll see how it goes. My internet slowed down slightly. Oasis just get to half-time and sort it out in the dressing room, Pep. Well, I'm sure he will. I'm sure Pep will sort this out at half-time. He's got to, hasn't he? He really has to. They still show me replays this free kick. I'm not sure if the Sky Go App's having a bit of a mare here, because I've seen this same replay over and over again here. We're about 2 minutes behind now. Well, 36 minutes played, back underway here. Long throw forward. And I think we're back to where we should be now. Here's Jesus up against Richie once again. Jesus on this right-hand side now. Ferran's gone through the middle, which is probably the best finishers now playing through the middle. Oh, shocking pass by Bernardo. Sends Walker all the way back to his own goal. Walker brings the ball forward into Nathan Ake. Playing pretty much as a left-back. He's that wide on that left-hand side. And Walker's pretty much playing as a holding midfielder now. Bernardo Silva. Jesus, wide right. Looking to take on Richie. There's 3 players to take on here. Bernardo into Jesus. Come on, Gabriel. Into Bernardo again. Cancelo. Sterling. Here he comes again, Sterling. And a good start. He's burst past the Newcastle defender. Good crossing by Sterling. But into a space where there was no Manchester City players. Not a bad idea from Sterling, though. That's better. Can't you do that every time? Here's Rodri. Under pressure. Finds Ferran. He has to go all the way back to Eric Garcia. You can tell this City team is disjointed. You can tell they don't play together much. Maybe they've had a few training sessions playing together in this formation with these players. But it's not working at the moment. Here's Sterling. Can't beat Jacob Murphy at the moment. Raheem Sterling. Here he comes, Sterling. Wide to Cancelo. Everything down this left-hand side. Gundogan in behind. Gundogan with a good cross in. Ferran lays it off to Rodri. Rodri. Oh, somebody just shoot. He'll never score if he never kick the ball at the net. Cancelo with a shot. Oh, what a goal from Joao Cancelo. Takes about 30 deflections. It's like a pinball machine in there. Into the far corner. All City had to do was shoot. Eventually did with Cancelo. Has a pot shot. Deflects plenty of times before it goes in the back of the net. Gundogan gets a cross in. Ferran lays it off to Rodri. Doesn't shoot. Takes it wide. Lays it off to Cancelo on the edge of the box. And he hits that with the outside of his boot. With power. It hits Murphy. It hits Shelvey. It hits Willock. And then it goes into the far corner. 3 deflections on the way through. Oh, he doesn't. He didn't actually hit Shelvey or Willock. Just Murphy. Just catches him and it bends it into that far bottom right-hand corner from Cancelo. Right on the edge of the box. Right in the corner of the box he was. As he hit that. It looked like a crazy angle to shoot from. But it's worked out for Manchester City. Back level at 1-1. Good goal from Cancelo. Bit fortunate, but we'll take it. As Newcastle come forward again. St. Maximin's in the box here. Good defending by Rodri on St. Maximin. Showed his strength there against the Frenchman. Gary's confidence of 4-1's just increased. Well, City's confidence surely of getting 3 points here may have increased. Here's Ake, Rodri. Well done, City, for getting that goal. All you got to do is shoot, haven't you? And that's what City did there. And they did shoot. And eventually it went in. Here's Ferran. Walker. Bernardo. City slowing the tempo. They've controlled this game really well, actually, City. Newcastle have no interest of, trying to press City. They'll nick the ball back and feed St. Maximin and Joelinton and hope they have a good run at us. Here's Ake. Wide to Sterling. Cancelo, Rodri. Bernardo. Back to Ake. City doing what they've done with most of this game. Here's Nathan Ake bringing the ball forward. Cancelo. Sterling. Still going Sterling. Sterling had a really good pass to Rodri there. Rodri made a run, give Sterling space, but Sterling didn't even find him. It's really frustrating when Sterling does that. I don't know why he did do that. Well, VAR is looking at something here. Manchester City have scored. Am I completely out of it here? The Sky Go is useless, jumping about all over the place. Manchester City have scored 2 on Manchester City. They get a free kick. It paused for a moment to buffer. The next thing I see, Ferran Torres has put the ball in the back of the net and City lead by 2-1. VAR check it for offside. It's onside. 2 on Manchester City. Ferran Torres with a goal. Manchester City 2-1 up here. I tell you what, next season we won't be using Sky Go to watch these matches. It's a shocking app, really is. Willock's done well here. Foul by Rodri. Going to get a yellow card here, I think, Rodri. Hasn't got that quality that Fernandinho has he, Rodri? Not to get booked. Always seems to get booked when he makes a foul. Fernandinho just gets away with it. But City have scored and made it 2-1. Ferran Torres, we said he'd score. I think Lowe, one of his biggest fans, said he'd score, and he was right. And City are probably going to go in 2-1 at half time now. Shelvey swings a free kick for Newcastle. Headed away by Rodri. Almiron. Ritchie. He's going to swing one in his left boot. What a cross that is by Ritchie. Really good defending, I think, from Nathan Ake to put Joelinton off from bullet heading that in the back of the net. Really good work from Matt Ritchie. Whew. What a cross that is. So inviting. I think it was actually... Was it Willock? Oh, Joelinton threw his body at that. Did really well. Steve Bruce, of course, manager of the month for Newcastle. Been doing really well at Newcastle, hasn't he, really, this month? But Newcastle fans, still not a big fan of him. Amindu says a 3-1 City prediction. Torres scored a little late for my bet, though, says Gary. Yeah, I mean, imagine if he'd scored 2 goals before. Ferran doesn't let us down except when he does, but even that's rare. You're quite right, Lowe. I really do rate Ferran Torres. And like you said at the start, this run of games for him is going to be massive for Ferran Torres. Here's Rodri. Sterling. Oh, he's kept the ball well there, Sterling. That's a surprise. Jesus. Little back heel into Bernardo. Sterling finding space in the middle of the field. As if he's got the technical ability to do that. Garcia. Ake. Cancelo and Ake just playing little 1-2s between them. 3 minutes of added time. Walker. Garcia. Good play by Cancelo. Sterling. Oh, is it Jesus? What a turn. Cancelo. Falls to Sterling. Bernardo. Ferran. Oh, nearly a good cross from Ferran Torres. Really good idea. Tries to put it to the far post. Ferran is a fantastic player, says Lowe. He really is. He's a top quality player, Ferran Torres. And I'm sure he's going to shine, you know, maybe not this season, maybe not even next season. But I think he will start to shine at Manchester City. He really will. Walker with a throw-in. Gundogan works it wide to Cancelo. Beats Murphy, Cancelo. Still going Cancelo. Goes for a cross. Shelvey clears. Murphy's going to lump this one away, surely. Oh, what a tackle from Cancelo. What a tackle from Joao Cancelo. Sliding in. Win the ball off Murphy. Here's Rodri. Ake. Walker wide to Ferran. Not really got space for Ferran. Richie's all over him. Ferran just says, see you later. Shrugs him off. Goes backwards. Here's Nathan Ake. City move the ball from left to right really well. They've done it all game today. Newcastle have got a goal from a set piece, haven't they? Which you may be expected from Newcastle. They've definitely got a goal on the break in them. But at the moment, City have been doing really well. Since that Newcastle goal, they've really picked up the pace, picked up the tempo. Look much better. Here's Nathan Ake bringing the ball forward. Ball into Jesus. Jesus. Into Cancelo. Jesus. Gundogan. Oh, guess who gives it away? Sterling. Gundogan wins it back. Here is Gundogan. Cross in. Ooh, to Ferran at the far post. Cleared away. Rodri. Oh, not right idea. Wrong execution from Rodri. Joelinton. Counter for Newcastle. St. Maximin's gone. He's away from Garcia. St. Maximin. Chance here. Oh, great skill. Down the box. Penalty Newcastle. Surely. Oh, it's offside. I think it's offside, in fact. Felt like a penalty for Newcastle there. But the referee's given offside. I don't know how. Against St. Maximin. I'm sure the VAR will check this to decide. Loasis, how do you become a City fan? Through family. Oh, he's onside, St. Maximin. This is a penalty. Newcastle have got a penalty here. He's a mile onside, St. Maximin. Nathan Ake, who looks to have given away a penalty here. Oh, it's a dive. It's a dive from Joelinton. He does make contact with his foot. I think this is going to be a penalty for Newcastle. They're watching it 1,000,001 times here to make sure. It looks like a penalty. Ake slid in. And he's just took Joelinton's leg from underneath him. And now they're checking whether St. Maximin's onside. Which he is. Nathan Ake's playing him onside. Nathan Ake, disaster class today. Oh, he's a mile onside here. I don't know why they're even checking it. Alan St. Maximin is a mile onside from the first ball that plays him in behind. St. Maximin is a mile onside, everyone. So it's going to be a penalty. They're checking. They're thinking if St. Maximin is offside, then it's not a penalty because that's what was in the build-up. But St. Maximin is an absolute mile onside. They're doing the lines here. But I tell you what, St. Maximin's a mile onside. I don't even know why they're doing the lines. It's a waste of time. So he is onside. They've now confirmed he's onside, which wasn't that hard. You could see that the first time. They had to draw the lines on, though, despite him being about 5 yards onside. Now they're checking if it's a penalty or not. There might be a chance Andre Mariner goes and checks the monitor here. It takes about 30 minutes, does it, to decide whether it's a penalty or not. This is what it's come to here in the Premier League. Penalty. So Scott Carson will face a spot kick. Nathan Ake is having a shocker, isn't it, defensively. He's given away a penalty, and he was at fault for the goal. So here we go. It's Joelinton who wants it. I think he'll score it, don't you? Here we go. Let's see what's going to happen here. Ake looks disappointed with himself. He shouldn't be playing so badly, should he, Nathan Ake? You expect him to be better, but, I mean, he did get relegated with Bournemouth. Geraces, I can't even be mad at City winning the league. Seeing as our double pivot against Liverpool opened my eyes, City, I would get, say, 4 signs away from City. We get 2 signs closer, you get 3 signs away. Yeah, that's the thing. You can only sign so many players, can't you, Gerard? And remember, City are going to sign players in the summer as well. It's hard to keep up with City. Gary said he often bets on a penalty being awarded. You made a mistake tonight, then, didn't you, Gary? So it's Joelinton. Steps up! Fires it past Carson with ease. 2-2. So City are going to go in 2-all at half-time. It should have been 2-1. But Nathan Ake with a rash challenge slides in and gives Newcastle a penalty. 2-all. Well, at least it's an exciting game. At least it's an exciting game. 51 minutes played now of this game. Carson went the right way, but he didn't get his hands anywhere near it. Newcastle 2, Manchester City 2. Surely the referee blows the half-time whistle now. There's only 3 minutes of added time. Linda says that's how to take a penalty. It is, isn't it? Joelinton hit that with power. Maybe City will be getting rid of Nathan Ake this summer. It's been shocking, hasn't it? Absolutely shocking, Nathan Ake. 2 mistakes for both the goals from the Dutchman. You don't want to go on him too much because he seems like a very nice guy, but we care about what he does in the field. Down in the box goes Gundogan under a push. Gundogan's not happy with that. Gundogan wants a penalty now. Not going to get one for that, I don't think. The game plays on. And that is half-time. So the referee has blown the whistle. Manchester City 2, Newcastle 2 at half-time. Geraces and people say Liverpool versus United is a dead derby. 11 goals in the last 2 meetings. Exciting. And there's been plenty of goals with City and Newcastle. I'm pretty sure City last time they played at St James's Park, that also ended with a 2-2 with those 2 wonder goals from both Kevin De Bruyne and Jonjo Shelvey. So 2-all at half-time. Controversy as Newcastle got a penalty, a deserved penalty, after Nathan Ake disaster class in the first 45 minutes. Hopefully Ake and the others improve in that second half. I'm going to have a short break over half time and get myself a snack, a drink. Feel free to talk amongst yourself. If there's any questions you want to ask me to answer going into the second half, just put them in the comments and I'll scroll back through and see them. But 2-2 at half-time. Disappointing for City, but surely we see a better second half. I'll be right back after this short half-time break.
Bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Hello and welcome back to the We Are City channel for the second half of Manchester City versus Newcastle. The first half finished 2-2, so City have got all to play for in the second half, haven't they? And I've got to apologise for something, and that is the goal I missed. I missed, for whatever reason, because the Sky Go app went down, the goal where City, Ferran Torres scored from a free kick Ilkay Gundogan swung in. I didn't see the goal, and I just went, oh, goal for City, and I couldn't believe it. And I told you guys, City have scored. It's 2-1 for Ferran Torres for the goal. I've just seen the goal on Twitter during half-time. And oh my word, everyone, if you can go and watch that goal somewhere, go and watch it. It's like, I'd say a Zlatan Ibrahimovic style of goal. Gundogan swings the ball in. And Ferran Torres rises off the ground and swings a back heel mid-air at the ball and fires it past the goalkeeper into the corner of the net. If you go and watch that, that is probably in there for contender for the Puskás goal award. It's probably up there, goal of the season in the Premier League, and definitely probably Manchester City's goal of the season. A ridiculous goal from Ferran Torres, absolutely wonderful. So if you haven't seen that goal, if you like me missed that goal, go and have a look at that goal if you can. Get on Twitter or somewhere. I usually use Twitter, to be honest with you. That's my place of where I'd see all my Manchester City information. But Ferran Torres has scored one of the goals of the season. Don't miss it. If you can go and see the highlights, if you can go and see that goal, watch it. Ridiculous from Ferran Torres. It was quite literally something you'd see Zlatan Ibrahimovic score. You know, that sort of jiu-jitsu move in mid-air as he just backheels the ball in mid-air with a flying sort of an axe kick across the ball. It was really good from Ferran Torres. And he really is an absolute superstar, isn't he? And I loved the way someone described it when he signed, that Ferran Torres was someone else's Phil Foden. He's the Valencian Phil Foden. And when City signed him, I knew he was going to be top quality, and he's been top quality today. However, another new signing for Manchester City, Nathan Ake, he has not been top quality today. He's been absolutely shocking, although the penalty does look a bit harsh. At the time I said it was a penalty as the second half kicks off. But having another look at it, it didn't look like it was that much of a penalty, to be honest with you. I think Nathan Ake has been very, very hardly done by the VAR there, because Joelinton actually steps on Ake's boot. So it's Ake who's sort of fouled by Joelinton, but they always go in favour of the attacker, don't they? That's usually the way things work in football. So let's see how it goes in the second half. Newcastle, no doubt, they've played well and they're up for it. And Pep and Steve Bruce seem to get on pretty well, don't they? No doubt they'll be discussing tactics after the game. Jurrias, who would you take from United from their back line? I'd take Luke Shaw, like Loe. I think Loe just said there, yeah, Luke Shaw, purely because he's a left-back and City like one. But if City signed a left-back, then probably not take Luke Shaw. And here come Newcastle on the counter. Joelinton into St Maximin to feet. He wants it in behind St Maximin. Rodri in there for a tackle with him. Battling with him. Ake's had a shocker today, hasn't he? An absolute shocker. 41 million, the Dutchman. Looks like 41 million down the drain, to be honest with you. But he hasn't played enough games, has he really? Has he had a worse game than Sterling? Quite possibly. And that's a tough one to beat. But he has had a shocker. Nathan Ake at the back has cost us quite a few times. And here's Joelinton over the top to Joe Willock. Ake across to him. Still going Willock. Ball into the box, into the hands of Scott Carson. Lanky says, if your name is Javi, are you Javi Garcia? I'm not Javi Garcia. I've got an interesting story about Javi Garcia once, actually. I went to a restaurant in Manchester and I was going to a City event. I don't know if you remember, in Manchester we used to do a City Live event where they do, you get to meet the players, not really actually meet them, but they'll come up on stage and you'd meet the squad, and they do little interviews with the new signings. And it was in the Pellegrini era, and I went in a restaurant before it with some family members, and the waitress said, oh, you're here to see the City event. Yeah, she says, I'm friends with Javi Garcia's wife. He won't be here tonight. He's moving to Zenit St Petersburg. Yeah, so a bit of in the know there. Maybe I was a footballing journalist before I knew it. But yeah, but no, I'm not Javi Garcia. I wish I was. I bet he's got quite a bit of money, and he was a top quality midfielder, Javi Garcia. I think very underrated midfielder. I think he's really good for City. He's basically what Rodri does today. Difference is, I think, if Garcia was in this City side, he'd do exactly what Rodri did. I think he's a really good player. Dominant in the air as well, Javi Garcia. Really was. Jurasis, who would you take from our CDMs, Matic, Scott or Fred? I wouldn't take either of them. I'd take James Garner from your youth team. I won't take any of them three. They're shocking. Here's Bernardo Silva for Manchester City. Cancelo's found himself on the right-hand side, has he? Oh, good ball into Walker. Back to Gundogan. Switch to Cancelo. Wants it on his right foot. Cancelo. Done well there. Wide to Jesus. Up against Joe Willock is Gabriel Jesus. Skips past him. Then he's fouled. Free kick to Manchester City. Jacob Murphy the foul just on the edge of the box. Jure wants me to take all United centre defensive midfielders. Well, I won't be taking any of them, Jure. I don't think any of them ever make it to City. When we'll lift a trophy, says Lanky, I believe it will be in the last game of the season against Everton, and there'll be 10,000, is it? Or 5,000 Manchester City fans in there to watch the team lift the trophy. Probably the best we're going to get, isn't it? 10,000 fans. But yeah, that will be on the last game of the season against Everton. Free kick to Manchester City on the edge, the left-hand side of the box. Gundogan over it again, maybe. Another cross into Ferran Torres. Newcastle will be watching him. Here's Gundogan. Oh, good cross! What a cross from Gundogan. No one gambling. I think it's flicked behind by Shelvey off someone's head. We'll see it here. Jonjo Shelvey flicks it behind Nathan Ake. If he just stuck a leg out, it's a tap-in. Should have scored there, Ake. Needs to just gamble, doesn't it? Corner for Manchester City. Gundogan with another good delivery, hopefully. Here it comes. Gundogan swings it in towards the near post. No one there. Two Newcastle players defending it themselves. St. Maximin. Oh, he's done really well, St. Maximin. He's done really well. So he deserved the free kick there. He got fouled. Mariner played advantage. I didn't think it was really fair on him. Because Newcastle got no advantage, just lumped it forward. Lanky says Ferran should start more often. He's our most underrated player this year. Definitely. Someone asked that in the Q&A. Didn't they? Was it you, Lanky, who actually asked who was our most underrated player? And both me and Alex was thinking Ferran Torres straight away. Who would you take from our centre attacking midfield, says Jurate? Shorteri, Donny van der Beek, Mata, Bruno Fernandes. I'd take Donny van der Beek. And he can't even get in the Manchester United side. Here's Sterling. Good football with Gundogan. Sterling again. Wide to Gundogan. Ake. Gundogan. Ake once more. It's a bit like Mangla's performance against Hull City, isn't it? From Nathan Ake today. If anyone remembers that. That was an absolute disaster class from Eliquim Mangla. And I was at that home game where he made his debut against Chelsea and I thought, you know what? This is the best centre-back I've ever seen play for Manchester City. Barring Vincent Kompany. And I think he had a good game. Was it against Newcastle, whoever they played in the cup game after that? And then everything just went downhill, wasn't it, for Eliquim Mangala. And City have a good record of signing from Portugal. They've been linked with another one today. Nuno Mendes, the Sporting fullback. However, City at half-time have denied it. Denied they were not interested in Nuno Mendes, but they deny a lot of interest in a lot of players, don't they? Walker with the ball over the top here. Will find Bernardo. Oh, look to first time swing it in. It's a difficult technique. Couldn't pull it off Bernardo Silva. Then robbed by St. Maximin. And then Bernardo Silva, or is it Gundogan? Is it just kicks Maximin? Takes him down. Lanky says, do you remember Martin Di Michelis? Yeah, I do remember. He was a good player, you know. Imagine if City had signed him 5 years before they did. When he was, you know, actually maybe 29 in his glory years when he was playing at Bayern Munich. And then they signed him, didn't they, from Atletico Madrid after he just moved to Atletico on a free from Malaga. He was a decent player. He had one good year, didn't he? Had one good year, led City to a Premier League title. I think we wouldn't have won it if he wouldn't have been at the back, Di Michelis. Here's Sterling. Gundogan. Wide. City come forward once more. Wide to Ferran. Poor pass that from City. And then Ferran Torres actually kicks it behind for a throw into Newcastle. That's very poor. Which wingers from Manchester United would I take? Probably just Greenwood and Rashford. Which strikers would you take? Just Cavani. I'm not saying they'd fit in the City side. I just mean I think they're okay. Julie said she used to like Di Michelis. Lanky said I hated him so much. He was like the modern day Luis. Yeah, I suppose. I thought he was good. Remember that wonder goal he scored against Fulham? Where it just sort of, he was stood on the goal line. It just hit him in the foot. And he didn't even know what to do. He didn't know how to celebrate. He just sort of put his hand up in the air. Alan Shearer style. Here's Newcastle on the counter. It's Willock. Wide to Murphy. Look at the space for Almiron. He's played Willock instead, and Nathan Ake does well to get across ahead of Willock. going to be a corner for Newcastle. Ake wants a goal kick. Good counter-attack from Newcastle. Newcastle have been very good in the counters today. They've really worked well. Good defending from Ake there. The problem is with Ake, I actually think he's defended okay today, barring 2 moments. And the 2 moments have cost us, which is a bit of a shame for him, really. So corner for Newcastle. They've already scored 1. Hopefully Ake can be a bit more alive this time and actually get tighter to his man. Actually try and nod the ball away and not close his eyes like he did in the first goal that Kraft put in the back of the net. Lanky says the most important player in our history is Vincent Kompany. Quite right, Lanky. Imagine where City would be without Vincent Kompany. So here comes the corner. Matt Ritchie swings it in. Good swing in. Ooh, it nearly went in the far post. Walker's on the line. Roger lumps it away with his head. That will go in him. Walker clears it just before it gets to the line. Newcastle look dangerous. Another swing in. Good swing in. Oh, what was that from Joelinton? Somehow couldn't direct it goal bound. Switch by Gundogan to Jesus. You know, skip past this player easily. Surely Gabriel Jesus. Into Rodri. Oh, not the best of passes. Rodri gives it straight back to Newcastle. Oh. City, that's poor. Really poor for Manchester City. Rodri there. Giving the ball away. Here's St. Maximin. Looking to take on Bernardo Silva. Look at the speed of him. Still going St. Maximin. Works it wide to Murphy after a 1-2 with Joelinton. Murphy. Shot. Good save by Scott Carson. Testing the goalkeeper. He's passed the test there, Carson. Although he has conceded 2 goals on his debut. Not entirely his fault. Good save by Carson. Really good save. It's a simple one. You expect him to make it, but you've got to, you know, praise him. Here's Cancelo. No width in this City side. Barring Ferran on that far right. We need Ferran through the middle, really. He's the only one who can finish in this side. Here's Rodri. Garcia. Gundogan. Cancelo. I just want to put this idea to you guys. Imagine if City couldn't have signed Ruben Diaz, and in the end they just stuck with signing only Nathan Ake. Imagine this season. With Ake and Stones at the back, Ake and Laporte. Just wouldn't have happened, would it? We wouldn't have been as good as we are. Here's Bernardo. Rodri. Garcia. Gundogan. Cancelo. Against Murphy. Can't beat him. Murphy using his body against Cancelo here. Oh, he spun Cancelo really well here. Oh, Joao Cancelo's got hold of Josh Murphy. Arms all over him. It's going to be a yellow card, I think, for Cancelo. Just because he kicked the ball at Murphy afterwards. In frustration. Yellow card for Joao Cancelo. Lanky says, first time I saw Vincent was when he was sent off. He left a hole in the wall. Is that United game? Julie said, I don't think he played that well with Kompany, though. Well, the other day with the back line that won City the league, weren't they, Demichelis and Kompany? Working together. Had a severe lack of pace, didn't it? And then you think Zabaleta on the right and Collar on the left. That was probably one of the slowest back lines that have ever won the Premier League, no? Shocking. Shocking for pace. But all 4 of those players did really work hard, didn't they? Even Kolarov. He did have, you know, his moments, Alexander Kolarov, but I've never seen someone whip across with so much power. Rodri in there for a tackle with a Newcastle man. I thought it was a foul by Rodri. Referee says play on. Long ball forward to Sterling. He's not winning any headers. Wide to Ritchie. Good run from Almiron if Ritchie had found him. Oh, Ake's made a shocking mistake again. I think it's Joelinton who's put it over the bar. What is Nathan Ake doing there? What is he doing? It's Joe Willock who comes across him. Oh, what's he trying to do? He's trying to head the ball away. The ball's on the floor. The Dutch Phil Jones. Shocking from Ake. Garcia comes across and blocks it. And you can see by Eric Garcia, I'm not a massive fan of. His face says, what is Ake doing? What am I playing up against, you know? Who's my teammate today? He's having a shocker. Well, Ake looks to be injured, actually. Might have to come off here. Holding his elbow. Corner for Newcastle. And it swings from Ritchie. Not away from Bernardo Silva. High foot there by City man, trying to clear it. Sterling takes a good touch. Over the top here. Here's Ferran Torres. Come on, Ferran. Oh, a nasty tackle from John Joe Shelby. He will get a yellow card for that foul on Ferran Torres there as he led the counter-attack. He knows it's going to be a yellow card. Ferran was away here. There was space for Bernardo on the far right. I think they might have a look at this on VAR because it looked like a high challenge to me from Shelby. I'm not quite sure. I think it was just a clip, wasn't it, in the end? Yellow card for John Joe Shelby. 2-2. It remains. Jesus having a bit of a laugh there with John Joe Shelby. I'm hoping Ferran Torres is okay. He looks like he's in a lot of pain with his foot. We need Ferran. We need a finisher like Ferran Torres. That's not something to be happy about, is it? I think we're back on here again. Slowed down a bit there. Lanky says last time we had an Eric Garcia and Nathan Ake pair and we lost 5-2 to Leicester. Quite right. We don't want that again, do it? We really don't want that again. You can see, though, defensively we're not as good as we was. You know, he's not Diaz and Stones, is it? And he's not even Diaz and Laporte or Stones and Laporte. Eric Garcia is our fifth choice centre-back. You can tell it's looking like Ferran's going to be okay after a bit of treatment here. City with a chance to swing a free kick in. Hopefully, Ferran can get back on. He's not going to be back on for this free kick though. Gundogan and Bernardo once again over this free kick. Bernardo swings it in this time. Dubravka, very good hands from the Slovenian goalkeeper. And he launched a counter-attack. It's Willock. St. Maximin's in space on the right-hand side. In behind to Almiron. Oh, he's got nowhere to go, Almiron, up against Walker. Oh, he's done well. Willock. Oh, skips past Garcia. Walker in the box. Penalty Newcastle. It's another penalty. Well, it was funny, Lanky. You mentioned about last time City faced, you know, had Garcia and Ake out there. We lost 5-2 to Leicester. We give away, what, 3 penalties in that game? We give away 2 today. Walker clips Willock in the box. It's a penalty to Newcastle. Definite penalty. Willock goes down. Don't know why Walker's thrown his leg in there. So another penalty for Scott Carson to deal with. And Lanky says, do you see the Sergio rumours? Yeah, it looks like he's on a 2-year deal, isn't it? With Barcelona. So penalty for Newcastle. Who could make it 3-2 here. Probably will make it 3-2 here. Little discipline for Manchester City. We better not be seeing this in the Champions League final. So who's going to take it? It's not Joe Linton this time. It's Joe Willock who won the penalty. The Arsenal man. On loan. Up against Scott Carson. Come on, Carson. Surely you can't concede 3 on your debut. So penalty to Newcastle. Kyle Walker with a shocking tackle in the box. Here comes Willock. He steps up. Oh, it's a save by Carson. Oh, and Willock puts in the rebound. 3-2 Newcastle. Scott Carson saved the penalty, but straight back into the path of Joe Willock, who put it in the back of the net. Carson looks disappointed. Myrick says, well, her prediction's gone. Poor by City. Carson did well to save it, but he saved it right into the path of the Newcastle man, Joe Willock, who put it in the far corner. It's a good save, actually. It's a really good save. By the time it comes back, Garcia can't get there to block Willock. And he puts it in. 3-2 Newcastle. Well, this is at least he's got goals in this game, hasn't it? I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things in the Premier League. But it's the worry about the form going into the Champions League final. I know the same players won't be playing, but even so. He's 6 goals in 5 appearances for Joe Willock. That's a very good return, isn't it, from the young midfielder. So 3-2 down Manchester City now to Newcastle. What a crazy game. Here's Ake. Sterling. Surely City show something a bit better now. Sterling. Up against Murphy. Cancelo. Walker. Carl the Gamer says, I missed so much, the power went out well. If you've missed all the goals, Carl the Gamer, it's 3-2 to Newcastle. They scored from a corner, City replied. Oh, chance here for City, it's 3-3. And guess who it is again? It's that man, Ferran Torres. The guy is lethal in front of goal. Goal for Manchester City, 3-3. I'm trying to tell you about the goals, Carl the Gamer. There's been plenty of goals in this game. Newcastle opened the scoring with a corner. Kraft with a header in the back of the net. City replied with João Cancelo deflected shot from the edge of the box into the far corner. Then Newcastle get a penalty. They score it through Joelinton. Then City reply with a wonder... Well, no, actually, sorry. Ferran Torres scores a wonder goal. Oh, what a goal by Ferran this is, by the way. Ferran scores a wonder goal. Newcastle get a penalty before half-time. It finishes 2-2. Newcastle have just scored a penalty. Minutes later, I think it's Kyle Walker gets down the wide area. Ferran Torres in the box and Ferran taps it in. 3-3. Well, a game of goals here. Exciting to watch as a neutral if you are one. Starboy, Ferran Torres is there again. Oh, Saint Maximin. I've just seen him do a little roulette past Eric Garcia. Ridiculous. Gary said, I did say at half-time it would finish 6-4 to City. You could be right, Gary. I'll get a bet on. Closer to that than anything else. Julius is 3-3. What a match. There's plenty of goals maybe left in this. Only 65th minute now. Here's João Cancelo. Gundogan. Both teams can't defend very well, can they? Cancelo. Ooh, strange pass. Gets away with it. Garcia did well. Walker. Bad pass. Really bad pass from Kyle Walker. Horrendous pass. Newcastle on the counter. Oh, good tackle by Rodri. Somehow deflects back to the Newcastle player Almiron. Here's Murphy. Up against Cancelo. Skips past Cancelo with ease. Murphy with a strike. Ake blocks it away. Clears it up to Sterling. Come on, Raheem. Wins a free kick. Smartly done for Raheem Sterling there. And City go and counter these now, surely. Sky is showing the replay. We want to see the counter-attack, Sky. Cancelo just skip past by Murphy so easily there. Rodri and Ake combine. Double deflections on it. City are on the attack here. Cancelo. Cancelo on his right foot. Oh, he's at the post. Raw Ferran Torres with a hat-trick. Hat-trick for Ferran Torres. Manchester City are 4-3 up. What is going on here? Cancelo, it's a rocket from a mile out. It's the base of the post. And rebounds to Ferran Torres, who volleys it in. I can't believe it. Hat-trick for Ferran. Kel the Game says, I always forget it's Scott on loan or permanent player. He's on loan, Scott Carson. He might not make it permanent after this game. Let's hope Ferran's onside here, by the way. Ooh, he's not. Everyone get worried because it's going to be offside, this. I don't think it's going to be a Ferran Torres hat-trick because I think he's offside. Cancelo has a shot. Off the post. Ferran volleys it in, but I think he's offside, Ferran Torres. I think he's offside. The celebrations from Diaz there with Ferran on the sidelines, but I think he's offside. We know what VAR like. Well, VAR didn't even check it. VAR haven't even checked that. Manchester City 4, Newcastle 3. I thought Ferran Torres was offside there. By a nose hair, probably, but VAR haven't even checked it. 4-3. What a game this is. City come forward again. Gary's 6-4 is very much on. Cancelo, Sterling, City are not giving up here. Let's get another. Gundogan. Y2. Don't know who this is. I think it's Jesus. Ooh, off he goes, Jesus. Good bit of skill there. Skipping through the challenges. Gundogan. Well, Ferran Torres hat-trick. Julie says no VAR, more of the same. Well, I don't know why VAR didn't check that. He looked offside to me. A deserved hat-trick, says Andrew. Definitely. Don't write off Ferran Torres, people. The man is ridiculously good. And his first Premier League hat-trick at, what, 20 years of age? Expect more. Who needs Salah when you have Torres, says Sheba. Quite right, Sheba. Mo Salah missed a sitter, didn't he, yesterday? If I can remember. Ferran Torres, he doesn't miss sitters. He puts them in the back of the net. 4-3. Oh, Cancelo's rolling about. It's going to be a free kick to City. He wants a yellow card for Murphy. There's Joao Cancelo. Hence the rolling about. Don't think Murphy's going to get one for that challenge, but we'll see it again here. Oh, it's Joelinton, actually. Ooh, I mean, it's nasty. Top of the foot with the studs. That does hurt. Calder Games says, I thought Ferran was going to be a failure, but he proved me in many wrongs many times yet. Quality, like, he's the Spanish Phil Foden, you know. We took someone else's Phil Foden. That's the best way you can describe it. Imagine if someone side Phil Foden. He's that good. Great future talent in the City squad, says Linda. Quite right. He's going to be a first choice, isn't he, Ferran Torres? Him and Mahrez. Foden through the middle in a few years. I don't think it'll be Raheem Sterling, will it? Unfortunately for Raheem. I think I'd start Ferran over him every day. At least he can finish Ferran Torres. Here's Walker. Cancelo. And what a boost of confidence it will be given to Ferran. I think he needs that. I think he really needs that. They put him through the middle. He looks like he should have always been a striker, Ferran. His movement's fantastic. Bernardo Silva. Here is Bernardo. Walker. Rodri. Walker again. Bernardo Silva. Into Cancelo. Look at the space. Wide to Sterling. Finds him. Sterling. He wants a goal, Sterling. He'll be lucky. He can't kick a football. He's done well here, though, with Cancelo. Oh, my word. Raheem Sterling is so bad. It's unbelievable. Good work by the City players. And then Sterling just gives the ball away. He can't even take a touch. He tries to take a touch with the outside of his boot. And it pings off his foot about 4 yards ahead of him. And Newcastle just win the ball back. He's really poor from Sterling. Really bad. I just don't know. It's like he's forgot how to play football, Sterling. It's unbelievable how bad he is. It really is. How do you get him out of this rut of form? I don't know. Because it's been going on too long now. Newcastle have had 5 shots in this second half. City 3. City 2 on target. Newcastle 3 on target. However, Newcastle have had 8 touches in the opposition box. City only 4. Well, they're usually the sort of stats you see the opposite way around, aren't they? Ake here. Whew, nods it back to Scott Carson. Nearly nodded it behind for a corner there, Nathan Ake. If City pick up 3 points here, it'd be a good win, won't it? Especially with the squad we've got out. Here's Garcia. We just know, don't we, not to play Garcia and Ake together. At least Garcia won't be here next season. Hopefully Ake improves. Here's Bernardo Silva. Cancelo. Oh, poor by Cancelo. Too lackadaisical from Cancelo. Too relaxed. He gets like that sometimes, Cancelo. A little lapse of concentration. Calder Games is not a great season for him. Perhaps he'll lose his patience. I think he will lose his patience for Raheem Sterling. I think everyone has, haven't they? Conrad places hello for Torres' class. Quite right, Conrad. I think he's a top talent, isn't he? Maybe his future lies at centre forward. You know what? Maybe his future does lie there. Here's Gundogan. Sterling. His movement's ridiculously good, isn't it? Oh, good ball by Cancelo. To Bernardo. Ake fouls the Newcastle man. That was a foul by Ake on Joelinton. I don't know how the referees not give that. Got away with one there, Nathan Ake. City with 89% possession here. Cancelo. Sterling. Back to Cancelo. I'd get Cole Palmer on, although I don't think he will come on. I think it's too. If it were 4-0, I think Cole Palmer would get on, but not at 4-3. Here's Bernardo Silva. Walker. Switch it to Raheem Sterling, the captain. Here is Sterling. Managed to control the ball. Better than nothing. Cancelo. Rodri. Oh, terrible touch from Rodri. Ball in behind by Newcastle again, looking for that route one. Ball in behind to Alan St. Maximin. Doesn't work out. City back in the possession on the halfway line with Kyle Walker. Rodri. Still going Rodri. Goes all the way back to Cancelo. Gundogan. Cancelo again. Getting more and more involved. Cancelo through the middle. Rodri. Our furthest forward player. Gundogan. Rodri. Gundogan again. Rodri. City toying with Newcastle a little bit here. Calder Game says The only thing Sterling is good for this season is running at the defence. Oh, Kyle Walker's give the ball away again cheaply. Here come Newcastle on the counter. Switch of play to Murphy. Here comes Murphy. Oh, in behind to Willock. Oh, he slices it a mile wide. A tough angle that for Willock to try and put it in the top corner. You give it a go. Conrad says, when they scored the second penalty, I left the stream and then City scored 2 more goals to make it 4-3. Yeah. Keep the faith, Conrad. You never know in Manchester City, do you? You never know who's going to come back and score for you. The Ferran Torres hat-trick's done the job, hasn't it? Getting a bottle of water here, Ferran. Getting some instructions from the men on the sidelines. Who will be the first substitution? And that's an interesting one. With Joao Cancelo coming off. Here we go. Joao Cancelo's come off, everyone. Benjamin Mendy's on. Well, he's going to get absolutely run ragged, isn't he, Benjamin Mendy, on that left-hand side? Because he turns like an Arctic truck. Just so slow at turning. So slow at moving as well, Mendy. Here we go. I'd rather have Edison at left back, I think. He's probably quicker, Edison, than Benjamin Mendy. He's shockingly slow. We saw Reece James burn him. I'm pretty sure Alan St. Maximin. If I was Steve Bruce, I'd be getting information to St. Maximin now. Get on that right-hand side against Mendy. Don't be playing on the left-hand side. Get against Mendy or Garcia. Here's Ake. Carl the Gamer says, oh no. Yeah. Ball in by Walker. It's a good ball. Ooh, Sterling was in there. Good defending. Mendy. Gundogan. Look at Mendy in space, Ilkay Gundogan. I can see why he's not passing it to him. But Rodri has instead. Mendy. Can he cross a football? Nearly. Not a bad cross. Could have been better. Fernandes defends it away. Throwing for the City. All the way back to Ake from Mendy. Garcia. Conrad says no, Mendy. Yeah. People are not liking the Mendy substitution. Me either. See how he does. Like I said, City have denied the rumours of Nuno Mendes. I tell you what. They should be getting Nuno Mendes. They should be loaning Benjamin Mendy to the second French division, shouldn't they? Third French division. With Sterling. Wide by Walker to Mendy. Down to Gundogan. Back to Mendy. Oh my word. Mendy in acres of space. He's not being challenged. And he crosses it that nearly goes out for a throw-in. Kyle Walker tries to do a backheel flick. City under pressure now on the counter. 3v2. Kyle Walker's fault this one. Well done, Nathan Ake. Kyle Walker needs to wake up and stop trying to do fancy flicks. Giving the ball away there. Making the players run when they don't need to run. It wasn't as bad as Mendy's cross, though. That was shocking. Like as if Mendy was a horse, he'd be a three-piece sofa and a Pritt stick. Yeah, I mean... He's like Frankenstein at the moment, Mendy's legs, aren't they? They've been fixed back together so many times. They just don't work anymore. Conrad says we should be 4-1 up, but we're not because they're 2 pens. Yeah, 2 silly penalties. Shouldn't have dived in, should we? Kyle Walker's been particularly brain dead today, which he's used to being. Here's Gundogan. He's not giving it Mendy. Gives it into Sterling instead. Gundogan. Ooh, skips past the challenges. There's a shot that goes far wide. Mendy was in acres of space there. Gundogan had 2 or 3 opportunities to play it to Mendy. You can understand why he didn't. Went for the shot himself. Blazed it over the bar. Julie says Mendy has concrete boots. Pep Guardiola looks a little bit unhappy with his side. Let's see how it goes. Maybe he'll make another substitution. Don't know what Pep's not happy with. Goal kick for Newcastle. Dubravka sends it long to this right-hand side. Joelinton in a battle with Rodri, which he loses out. Mendy back to Ake. Carl the Gamer says, let's just take the money from Mendy and find someone else. Problem is, Carl the Gamer, where's the money for Mendy coming from? Because I can't see anyone buying him. Ooh, Kyle Walker sliding for a tackle there. He's got to be careful, Walker. He's going back into this sort of forgets that he's got a brain in his head and he should use it every now and again mode. Which he hasn't been doing in the Champions League. Here's Garcia. Okay, City playing out from the back. Newcastle just want to hit City on the counter. Probably hope they get City give him a penalty. Here's Mendy. Gundogan. City controlling the possession, controlling the game. Just give it for Ferran Torres, everyone. That seems to be working. Good tactic. Gundogan. Switch to Walker. Good touch by Kyle. Into Bernardo. Oh, nowhere to pass to Bernardo Silva. Good movement from Kyle there. That was really good movement. Drag him away. Conrad says he's from the state that Dubravka's from. That's very interesting. Is that Slovakia then, I assume you mean? Very good goalkeeper, Dubravka, isn't he? I think who's in your group actually, the Euros for Slovakia? Is it Spain? A few good teams in your group, but you might get through. Oh, Rodgers give the ball away. That was a dive from the Newcastle man. He gets away with it. Long ball forward here. Jolinton against Ake. I'm worried. Richie, he arrives. Switch the play. Mendy blocks it. And here he comes, Mendy. Into Sterling. Slows everything down, Raheem Sterling. You think he's got pace. He doesn't seem to have it, does he? Here's Jesus. A little flick inside. Look at Mendy in space for Gabriel Jesus. You just find Benjamin Mendy. Newcastle at the moment not even marking Mendy. I think they realise they're not that bothered. They're not worried about his attacking threat. Conrad won't be happy if they score another goal. Well, we'll see. 79 minutes played. Only 10 minutes of the game left. Mendy. Rodri. Gundogan. He's played well today, Gundogan. Rodri with a switch to Walker. Under pressure. Spins away from Almiron. Bernardo. Played most of the game on that far right hand side. Bernardo Silva, pretty much. Him and Jesus switching out there. And here's Nathan Ake. Gundogan. City just controlling the possession now. Of course, if you're looking forward to the Euros, Julie's just asked if Conrad's looking forward to the Euros. We do have a massive 6-part spectacular Euro season or series coming to this channel over the weeks of the Euros. So get ready for that. It starts on the 15th of June. So there will be a promo going up soon. The 15th of June. A big Euro spectacular that you'll be able to enjoy on this channel. Footballing challenges. Playing the Euros on the PlayStation 5. More information will come out slowly as well, but it's something you guys will really enjoy, no doubt. So get ready for that. That's coming very soon. Like I said, the first episode will drop on the 15th of June. Cal the Game says, if I was Sterling, I'd sell. If I was Pep, I couldn't get that out then. If I was Pep, I'd sell Sterling and buy Messi. Not as easy as that, unfortunately, Cal. Sterling might not play, says Lanky. He might not play in the Euros. Phil Foden's probably better, or Grealish on that left-hand side, aren't they? Here is Scott Carson. Got a nosebleed, he's that far out of his goal here. Carson. Wide to Ake. Sterling, shocking touch. Can't even turn. He can't take a touch on a football. It's really worrying. I'm really worried for Sterling. Has he just hit his peak and that's it? Conrad says Mbappe for Sterling. Again, easier said than done, isn't it? Here's Walker. City are just, City are toying with Newcastle here. Just playing passes back and forth, side to side. Newcastle not willing to press. Ake. Bernardo. Ake again. Here's Walker. Into Gabriel Jesus on this right hand side. He's driving at the Newcastle defence here, Jesus. Well played. Get it wide, Jesus. Get it wide. Into Bernardo. But Mendy in space. City not even passing to Mendy. Jesus. Ferran. Walker. Oh, he's on a bad cross by Walker. Dubravka. Looked like he was scrambling to parry it away. In the end, it evades everyone behind for a goal kick. Substitutions here. It's looking like Matty Longstaff. Or is it Sean Longstaff? Very similar looking, aren't they, the brothers? So it's Matt Ritchie off for Longstaff. And it's going to be Jamal Lewis who's coming on. Sean Longstaff, who could be a Manchester United player, couldn't he? It's Joe Linton who's off for Jamal Lewis. Lanky says, what's your dream goal? As in football goal or life goal, or you give us a clue. Goal kick to Newcastle here. 84 minutes played. Not long left now for City to hang on to get 3 points. Dubravka Long. Calgamer wants to support Denmark at the Euros. That's an interesting choice. Good side, Denmark. Christian Eriksen, Yusuf Poulsen. Braithwaite of Barcelona. Oh, good defending by Garcia here. What's your dream goal to score, says Lanky? Probably like a 50-yard screamer or a ridiculous overhead kick or something like that. Oh, foul on Ferran here. Free kick to Manchester City. He bought that free kick, Ferran. Conrad says, how long do you support City? A very long time, Conrad. Since I was a young child. Roshana says, let's go Man City. Well, let's hope they keep going. They hang on for the last 5 minutes or so of the game. Here's Gundogan. Walker, wide to Jesus. He holds the ball well, Jesus, but he doesn't release it well. That's his issue. Doesn't pick the right moment to play the pass. Walker. Rodri. Slack pass, Mendy. Oh, my word. Benjamin Mendy, shocking pass. Roshana Lewis says 5-3. Will City get another one, maybe? No one's predicted a 4-3, by the way. St. Maximin being fouled by Mendy there. Oh, a little nutmeg and Sterling as well by St. Maximin. Back he goes to Kraft. Rico Fernandez. Ball forward. Somehow it's worked all its way through and he ended up on his backside, the Newcastle man. Gundogan. Wide to Gabriel Jesus. Bernardo. Jesus again. Rodri. City still going here. Walker. Sterling. Look at the space Mendy's in. Margaret says, come on City, let's have another goal. I don't think another goal's coming for City, actually. Don't like they're interested in scoring another goal, City. They're happy with this 4-3. Lanky says, I predicted 1-0 at the start. I don't think that will come true. No. I don't think anyone's got the prediction right today. No one. Here's the Rodri. Bernardo. If Sterling keeps this up, they will pick Lingard instead of him, says Caldergamer. They might do. You know, that's a real possibility. I think they'll take Sterling purely on reputation and not on form, which is not how it should be, I don't think. That's how it works. Gary says, since he predicted 4-1 and City got 4, he takes the win tonight. Well, you're the closest to it, aren't you, really, with that prediction, Gary? Sterling. Oh, good ball wide to Mendy. Mendy. Mendy crossed it straight to a Newcastle player on the edge of the box. He's so bad, it's unbelievable, Benjamin Mendy. He's so bad, it's absolutely unbelievable. I don't think he'd get in any Premier League team. Not even Sheffield United would take Benjamin Mendy, I don't think, at fullback. And he plays for the Premier League winners at fullback. Ridiculous, isn't it? Dwight Gale's coming on for Newcastle. I'm not sure who for, though. It's Federico Fernandez. So a little roll of the dice here from Steve Bruce, taking a risk. Dwight Gale comes on. One that's always seems to have scored goals in the Championship, never really in the Premier League. It's a risk from Newcastle with Callum Wilson out. Throwing for Newcastle. Murphy takes it. Taking his time with it. Taking a lot of time with this one, Jacob Murphy. Still going. You think he'd just throw it in. For the sake of his side. I think Sheffield would take Mendy, says Conrad. I don't think so. I don't know many Sheffield United fans, but you'd have to ask them. Would they take Benjamin Mendy? I don't think many would say yes. Foul on Ilkay Gundogan here. Is it a free kick to Manchester City from Sean Longstaff with foul? One's a bit taller than the other one, isn't it? That's the only reason you can tell the difference between the two. Lanky says, to be honest, Ender Stevens is good. Exactly, Lanky. I think I'd take Ender Stevens over Mendy. I think Newcastle would have Jamal Lewis over Mendy. Who's down at the bottom? Who got relegated? Who's been relegated now? West Brom? Yeah, they ain't got many fullbacks, have they? I'd still take Kieran Gibbs over Mendy. Here's Jesus. Couple of step overs. Nothing much to do, though. Pass it straight into the middle. Gundogan. Carl the Game says, I don't know who is worse, Mendy or Sterling, but it's clear left side needs a lot of money and work. Possibly. Phil Foden plays there, though, doesn't it? Julie says she's sorry to see West Brom go. Who is the other side relegated now? Sheffield, West Brom, and Fulham. Well, I'd rather have anyone else, you know, than Mendy. I think Fulham's fullbacks are probably better than Mendy as well. Here's Gundogan. Good turn. Good turn from Varane. Varane with a shot. Blocked away. Jamal Lewis lumps it away. Conrad says, is my name Gary? No, Gary's in the comments, Conrad. Yeah, Julie just said there. Gary's in the comments. Gary's a regular here on the channel. The same as Julie, Margaret. We've got a few regulars. I'm not Gary. Do I sound like a Gary? I don't know. Here's Ake. Sterling. Going all the way back to Nathan Ake. He brings the ball forward from the defensive position, then wide to Mendy. He couldn't have underwritten that pass anymore if he wanted to, Nathan Ake. Works hard to win it back though with Mendy off Saint-Maximin. Into Varane. Done well there, Varane. Handball by the Newcastle man. Longstaff, I think it was, or Almiron. Free kick to Newcastle. Julie says Gary's gaining fame. He is. Everyone knows Gary now. Free kick to City. 5 minutes of added time. So 5 minutes for City to hang on here. Here's Jesus. Oh, he passed Lewis really well, Jesus. Fires a cross in. Behind for a throw into City. Did well there, Jesus. Just couldn't get the cross in. Squeeze it through 4 or 5 Newcastle players who are back. Jesus. Bernardo. Rodri. Bernardo again. All the way back they go to Eric Garcia. And he goes into Benjamin Mendy. Does he know? Garcia instead. Sterling. Oh, brilliant football from City. Gundogan finds Mendy. But he can't cross a football, Benjamin Mendy. It's cleared behind. Ferran Torres in the middle. Carl the Game says, I'm not only busy, but I tried to come whenever I can. Yeah, I mean, whenever you can come in the live chat, do come and talk to us. Conrad says Sterling and Mendy should get in the bin. They've been shocking, haven't they, Sterling and Mendy? They really have. Corner for Manchester City. Ilkay Gundogan stands over it. 91 minutes played. Swung in by Gundogan. Oh, into the hands of Dubravka. Newcastle look to counter. And they might get a counter here. Here they come, Almiron. Look at the bursting run by Lewis if Almiron could find him. He couldn't. Too late, really. Saint-Maximin. Oh, robbed. Dispossessed. And fouled by his own player here. Looked like he was fouled by his own player there. It was Willock, in fact. Skipped past a City player. It looked like he was fouled by his own player. We'll see it again. Oh no, he gets a kick from Jesus that causes him to fall into Sean Longstaff. I was surprised and I thought, how can you give a free kick for that one? But he did get a kick from Jesus to off his balance. Newcastle take the free kick short. Look to swing it in. They do lump it into the box. Ake loses his header. Walker clears it away. Oh, good pressing from Varane. Brilliant from Ferran Torres. Here's Sterling. And a good tackle from the Newcastle defender. But brilliant from Varane. Loay says, sorry, I was going to while my dad sent me on an errand. How did it become 4-3? I tell you what, Loay, it's a Ferran Torres hat-trick. You would have loved it. 3 goals for Ferran. He scored an absolute wonder goal in the first half. He scored a tap-in then to make it 2-2. And then a volley into an empty net. He's been fantastic, Ferran. Your star man. He's got a hat-trick today, and he has been named man of the match on Sky Sports, and he will be named man of the match by us as well, no doubt about that. Lanky says he feels for Sterling, he's been class, but the difference is about 16 months. It's like he's been forced to play bad. I know. It's like he's forgot how to play football. Here's Walker. Jesus. Gundogan, Mendy on the overlap. Gundogan, oh, miles over the bar. Again, Mendy in acres of space making an overlapping run. You think, Gundogan, find him. And then you realise it's Benjamin Mendy. So Gundogan just goes for a shot, lumps it into the stands. 94 minutes played now. 1 minute left for City to hang on for a big 4-3 win here. Newcastle have had 2 penalties. Oh, long ball by Bernardo. Over the top. Ferrani's built different, says Loé. He's absolutely fantastic, Loé, in front of goal. Ridiculous in front of goal. Give it Ferran. Here he comes, Ferran. Rodri. Wide to Mendy. 30 seconds or so left. Sterling into Mendy. Sterling again. Rodri. Gundogan, well played. Sterling. Rodri. City knocking the ball around. Well, Garcia. Bernardo. Garcia again. Walker. Good performance from City. Jesus, who's played really well on that right-hand side. I think he's better on the right-hand side than he is through the middle. Oh, nearly a ball through to Ferran by Sterling. They would have finished the game. No doubt Ferran would have finished it. Foot race between Garcia and Almiron. Garcia just wins it. Carson into Ake. Back to Garcia. Well played, Manchester City. Really well played. Referee blows the full-time whistle. Manchester City 4, Newcastle 3. It's a Ferran Torres hat-trick. Steve Bruce and Guardiola are having a good laugh between each other. I bet they can't believe it either. They weren't expecting a 4-3. Ferran Torres, ridiculously good, and no doubt man of the match. Carla Gamer says it's racy, 2 pens. Yet 2 penalties for Newcastle, but it wasn't enough, was it? Mark says, Javi, thanks for the commentary. It was a good game with plenty of goals, and of course, City win. Bye, everyone. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Please do continue to like all the videos on the channel. That helps out a lot. Please do continue to subscribe to the channel. And if you can do us a big favour, don't skip the ads. I'm only joking. Of course, the videos are monetised. If you don't skip the ads, I think you do get money out of it. But if you skip the ads, you don't. Just the way it is. But thank you very much. It's great to have you all joining. Like I think Loé said before, we've got a great community here. And that is really good. And we're over 1,000 subscribers now. So thank you very much. It's great by all of you. No one got the prediction right today, so I can't congratulate anyone. And Ferran Torres is on your screen right now, taking that match ball home. If you haven't seen Ferran Torres' opening goal in that first half, go and have a watch, because it was a fantastic acrobatic finish from Ferran and a great hat-trick from him. So Manchester City, they're still champions. They're always going to be top of the league, win or lose. That Champions League final on the 29th we're all worried about. But for now, it's Manchester City 4, Newcastle 3. Thanks very much for watching. The players are all congratulating Scott Carson. Edison's got his arm around him. Please continue to like the videos. Like I said, if you aren't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. And we'll see you next time.